Chapter 41. First place, instant kill. 41 First place, instant kill. No questions are allowed. What if you don't understand something? Several people murmured. At this time, the Tower of Trials suddenly emitted several beams of light that fell on these people. These people disappeared instantly. Then, the imposing voice said, "Rule violation. Qualification terminated." The complexion of the thousands of examinees changed dramatically, and they covered their mouths. The rules are actually strict to such an extent. Not even imperceptible murmur is permitted. At this moment, the whole area became unusually quiet. You could hear a pin drop. The examinees even breathed carefully. After so many years of preparation, if they were eliminated at the final stretch, it would be a real waste. Lin Moyu remembered that Lu Yun warned them repeatedly. You must follow the rules of the Great Examination. The rules of the Great Examination are very strict, and absolutely must not be violated, not even a little. His eyes turned toward Gao Yong, worried that the other party would make a mistake. After all, for him, not being allowed to speak is probably more painful than dying. Gao Yong covered his mouth tightly. He feared he wouldn't be able to control his mouth. This guy has some self-awareness. Lin Moyu snickered in his heart. There is no need to worry about Gao Yong. The imposing voice rose once more. The Tower of Trials gives different trials to different classes. Support classes will be given non-combat trials. Combat classes will be given combat trials. After passing the basic trial, each class will be granted the right to choose the level of difficulty. Different difficulties will provide a different amount of points. Points represent your score. At the same time, you can bring the points to the academies you will enter. In the academies, points are more important than gold coins. Finally, let me explain the rules. You can use the equipment you have on you. Apart from that, other items are not permitted. If you are discovered to break this rule, your qualification will be terminated. After entering the Tower of Trials, your storage space will be locked. The imposing voice explained the rules of the examination in detail. So long as you are not an imbecile, you should be able to understand things clearly. The few people who muttered at the beginning brought it upon themselves. Now, line up and enter the tower. Everyone queued up and entered the Tower of Trials in an orderly fashion. Everyone was very disciplined. Even young masters and young ladies who usually acted unbridledly didn't dare to act recklessly at this time. The Great Examination is the most important examination in Shengxia Empire every year. It is held not only in Jiangning Province, but in all provinces across the empire. The number of people who will participate in the examination on this day will exceed 100,000. The empire's senior figures will be watching the examination. If anyone makes a scene here, they will only be asking for trouble. Wang Zihao is also in the crowd. As the young guild leader of Dynasty Guild, he is usually arrogant and domineering. There has never been a time when he queued obediently. But today he doesn't dare to stir up any trouble. Lin Moyu followed the rest into the tower. He has removed the cloaking badge beforehand. When he entered the tower, light shone, and then he was teleported into an independent space. Just like he guessed, the Tower of Trials is similar to a dungeon, where people are sent into different spaces. At the top of the Tower of Trials, there are several middle-aged people. These people are dressed in attires characteristic of different classes, including support, warrior, mage, and more. They are all above level 70. They are the examiners tasked with overseeing the Great Examination in Jiangning Province this time. Lin Moyu, level 16, Necromancer. Lin Moyu's footage appeared in front of them. So this is the new class reported by Shihai City's #1 high school. It has been a while since a new class appeared. The last time was more than 30 years ago. That's right, the new class called Springbringer appeared more than 30 years ago. It is a control-type combat class, and it is classified as a superior class. According to the information reported by Shihai City's No.1 high school, Necromancer should be a summoning-type mage class. Let's see if this new class is anything special. I hope it won't be a letdown. It shouldn't be lacking, at least not weaker than a superior class, or else it wouldn't be possible for him to reach level 16. Let's go with the superior rank mage scenario for now. After discussing among themselves, the examiners decided on the course for Lin Moyu's examination. A monster appeared in front of Lin Moyu's eyes. This monster has a wolf head, and it is dressed in a robe. It also has a stave in its hand. This is a mage-type monster. A light screen is separating Lin Moyu and the mage-type monster. Detection can't penetrate the light screen. Lin Moyu can't obtain information about the mage-type monster for the time being. Kill the warg beastman mage. No more information was provided. A countdown appeared on the light screen. Lin Moyu braced himself. A skeletal warrior appeared beside me. 3, 2, 1. The moment the light screen disappeared, the skeletal warrior rushed toward the warg beastman mage. But Soul Blaze was a step faster. The moment when the light screen disappeared, it fell on the warg beastman mage's head. The warg beastman mage let out a miserable scream and collapsed on the ground. It died. Lin Moyu was dumbfounded. Isn't this degree too low? At this time, at the top of the tower, the examiners revealed shocked expressions. What skill is that? Instant kill. How did he kill it in an instant? Is there some kind of problem with the data? Is there an error in the setting? The setting is fine. In accordance with superior class setting, the monster's level is 2 levels higher than that of the class user. Different levels and different combat classes will face different monsters. Superior class users will face monsters 2 levels higher than them. Advanced class users will face monsters 1 level higher than them. Other class users will face monsters of the same level as them. At the same time, mages will fight mage-type monsters, while warriors will fight warrior-type monsters. The same types are paired up, although many can defeat the monster that is paired up with them. But to kill the monster in an instant like Lin Moyu, it is rarely seen. Chapter 42. 0.1 seconds, incredible performance. 42 to 0.1 seconds, incredible performance. In this test, what is being assessed is the combat power of class users. Although the level of the monster may be a bit high, but it should not be a problem for full-fledged class users. This setting has been used for many years without any issues. In general, the battle will last from 10 seconds to half a minute. This showcases the combat power of the class users. As for Lin Moyu, an issue occurred. Since he killed the monster in an instant, his combat power can't be properly evaluated. What now? An examiner raised this question. Everyone present looked at a middle-aged man in a mage robe. He is in charge of the mage class test. However, the objective of the test can't be achieved. He has a headache. At this moment, an old man appeared in the room. Sir Ning, why have you come? The examiners immediately saluted the newcomer. Ning Xuanfeng said in a deep voice, I heard a new class has emerged this year. I came to take a look. Lin Moyu's footage appeared on a light screen, and Ning Xuanfeng looked at it. He looks like a pretty good young man. The examiners promptly spoke of what just happened. After listening to them, Ning Xuanfeng uttered in a deep voice, so you guys want to know how strong this new class really is. But his strength can't be measured with the superior class setting. Then raise the difficulty to the legendary class setting and give him a second test. An examiner raised an objection, but this won't be fair to him. And besides, how would the points be calculated? Ning Xuanfeng smiled and said, this is not the first time that such a situation has occurred. There have been other class users who have killed the monster in an instant. Nevertheless, this is still a special case. First things first, he has taken first place in this test and thus shall be awarded 100 points. As for the second test, if he passes, give him an additional 1,000 points. The 1,000 points will come out of my pocket. The examiners hurriedly said, Sir Ning, surely you jest. We can't have you fork out your own points. That's right, we will cover the points. As per your instructions, we will administer a second test. Lin Moyu waited for a moment, then a light screen appeared in front of him once more. Another monster appeared on the other side of the light screen. This monster looks exactly the same as the previous one, yet its aura is much stronger. Please take the second test and kill the monster in front of you. The fact that there is a second test, Lin Moyu didn't find it strange, thinking that this is how things were supposed to be. He is not aware that he is receiving special treatment. The moment the light screen disappeared, Soul Blaze was launched. The mage-type monster in front of him immediately shrieked tragically and died. It was the same as before. Another instant kill. The examiners were startled once again. They still weren't able to make out anything. In the legendary class setting, the monster's level is 4 levels higher than that of the class user. The mage-type monster that Lin Moyu just killed had the attributes of a level 20 monster. Yet the outcome was still an instant kill. This combat power, I can't even imagine how strong he will be in the future. Does he have any powerful equipment on him? He's only level 16, and doesn't have any powerful equipment. This is purely his own strength. What now? Do we continue to test him? Everyone turned to look at Ning Xuanfeng. Since he has the highest seniority here, he is the one in charge. Ning Xuanfeng shook his head and said, "There's no need. Proceed to the second round of the examination." At this time, everyone has already finished the first round of the examination. The imposing voice echoed in their ears. The first round of the examination for combat-type examinees has concluded. Of the 632 examinees that participated in this round, 522 passed. The results shall be announced now. A ranking appeared in front of everyone's eyes. Lin Moyu, 0.1 seconds, points, 100. Zhuo Mei, 3.2 seconds, points, 70. Xia Shua, 5.2 seconds, points, 40. Lin Moyu shockingly took first place. It just took him 0.1 seconds. A class user called Zhuo Mei ranked second, and her time is 3.2 seconds. Xia Shui ranked third, and her time is 5.2 seconds. Wang Zihao, the junior guild leader of Dynasty Guild, ranked fourth, and his time is 5.5 seconds. The top three received 100, 70, and 40 points respectively. From the fourth place onward, everyone received 10 points. When he saw the ranking, Wang Zihao was furious. How could I not even have entered the top three? I should have taken first place. 0.1 seconds, is this some kind of joke? There must be an error. This result is outrageous. Wang Zihao is not the only one entertaining such thoughts. After seeing Lin Moyu's result, many felt that it is inconceivable. Xia Shui looked at the ranking. Dummy Lin is really amazing. But I won't give up. Gao Yang has an exaggerated expression on his face. The boss is the boss for a reason. Awesome, you have to hand it to him. Lin Moyu touched his nose subconsciously. Did I overdo it? He didn't expect that 100 plus people would be eliminated in this seemingly easy round. The imposing voice rang once again. The second round of the examination for combat classes is about to begin. Examinees can choose the difficulty. Attention, there may be casualties in the second round. Please choose the difficulty according to your ability. If you are in danger during the second round, you can shout that you give up, and your test will be terminated. Your final score will be the score you have at the moment you give up. The imposing voice explained the details for the second round. Not unlike a dungeon, the second round has 3 degrees of difficulty, namely ordinary, nightmare, and hell. Killing monsters of different degrees of difficulty will provide a different amount of points. Killing an ordinary rank monster will provide 1 point, a nightmare rank monster will provide 3 points, and a hell rank monster will provide 5 points. The time limit is set at 30 minutes. The second round of the examination consists of determining who can kill more monsters within 30 minutes. Chapter 43. Lin Moyu's side is tedious. 43. Lin Moyu's side is tedious. Wang Zihao chose hell rank difficulty without thinking. After all, killing a monster in hell rank difficulty is equivalent to killing 5 monsters in ordinary rank difficulty. Moreover, he has great confidence in his combat power. The kid who took first place, even though you won the first round, don't think you will beat me in the second round. Wang Zihao gripped a giant blade, which is a weapon specific to his class. Ah, someone chose hell rank difficulty. Wang Zihao, level 16, Berserker. Not bad. Berserker is considered a powerful superior class. Berserker's sustained combat ability is pretty good. He should be able to achieve a good score in this round. After a moment of thought, Xia Shui chose ordinary rank difficulty. Elemental Mage is not expert at close combat. Without a tank serving as a meat shield, it's not suitable for dealing with strong monsters. Therefore, Xia Shui chose ordinary rank difficulty, planning to win through quantity. Since she has taken third place in the first round, Xia Shui also caught the attention of the examiners. In front of them, there is also a real-time footage of Xia Shui. When Xia Shui chose ordinary rank difficulty, they all reveled knowing smiles. Xia Shui, level 15, Elemental Mage. A wise choice. Although Elemental Mage has pretty good explosive power. But if you can't kill the monsters before they get close, you will be in trouble. Especially when the level is low, with an incomplete set of skills, it is more so the case. In the second round, Zhuo Mei chose hell rank difficulty. Zhuo Mei, level 16, Rogue. The examiners showed interest in Zhuo Mei's choice. After she made her choice, they gave their 2 cents. As an assassin-type superior class, Rogue possess powerful close combat ability. Therefore, whether she chooses nightmare rank difficulty or hell rank difficulty, it will be a good choice. Indeed, this is also a good seedling. I wonder what difficulty Lin Moyu will choose. The people who are worth paying attention to have already made their choice, with only Lin Moyu remaining. After listening to this round's rules, Lin Moyu made his judgment. This round should test the ability to fight continuously. A 30-minute-long combat will put significant pressure on any class. However, I am different. A slight smile crept onto his face. Lin Moyu made his choice. I choose Hell rank difficulty. In fact, the greater the difficulty, the better it is for him. After all his skills have tremendous might. Therefore, the greater the difficulty, the more points he will earn and the more benefits he will obtain. An examiner said with a smile. Sure enough, he chose Hell rank difficulty. He is both a mage and a summoner. With the summon by his side, he has nothing to fear from the monsters. And besides, his skill is very powerful. Combined with the summon, he can definitely achieve a good score in Hell rank difficulty. In fact, summoners who have taken the test before, they have basically all chosen Hell rank difficulty. Let's wait and see. Outside the examination site, there are high school principals from all over Jiangning province gathered here. Old Liu, you're going to hit it big this time. Tisk tisk, 0.1 seconds, I have never witnessed such a result before. Old Liu, 2 out of the top 3 are from your school. You hit the jackpot. You are going to make a big splash this time. If Lin Moyu can take the position of provincial top scorer, you'll be on cloud 9, old Liu. Liu Yun's face flushed, feeling very excited. He also didn't expect that Lin Moyu could achieve such a good result. In his extreme excitement, no words could come out of his mouth, his body trembling. After all the examinees have made their choice, the second round of the examination began. A mass of light appeared in front of Lin Moyu. The mass of light rotated in the air, looking like the entrance of a dungeon. Then, a monster wearing armor walked out of the mass of light and let out a roar. Lin Moyu willed, and the skeletal warrior next to him rushed out. A blade strike welcomed the monster. At the same time, Lin Moyu's detection landed on the monster. Warg Beastman Warrior Elite. Level, 13, Strength, 500. Agility, 300. Spirit, 150. Physique, 400. These attributes, it's weak. It's much weaker than the nightmare rank monsters he encountered in Shihai Mine Dungeon. Lin Moyu immediately understood the reason behind this. After all, this is an examination, and it has to be fitted to the majority. If the monsters were too strong, then a large number of the examinees would have been eliminated. In this way, the examination would lose its original meaning. The purpose of the examination is not to eliminate the examinees, but to select outstanding talents from among them. When the skeletal warrior's blade landed on the Warg Beastman, its skin was split open and its flesh was sundered. With just one strike of the blade, the Warg Beastman was brought to the brink of death. The Warg Beastman was about to counterattack when a second blade strike fell. The Warg Beastman died tragically. It takes 2 strikes. Lin Moyu pointed with his finger, and another skeletal warrior was summoned. The 2 skeletal warriors, one on the left and one on the right, stood guard in front of the mass of light, waiting for the next monster to appear. 5 seconds later, the second Warg Beastman appeared. Subsequently, the 2 skeletal warriors brandished their blades, and the Warg Beastman died directly. It's too easy. After a few cycles, he realized that every time he killed a monster, a second one would appear 5 seconds later. This round of the examination focuses on sustained combat ability. The examiners gawked. Why are Lin Moyu's summons so formidable? They are more formidable than the summons of any summoner we have seen so far. And there are 2 of them. This class is awesome. In addition to the impressive summons, his own combat ability is also formidable. This class is incredible. Lin Moyu's side is too boring. With the 2 skeletal warriors guarding in front of the mass of light, whenever a monster appears, it will die right away. After a while, the examiners shifted their attention to other class user. Sha Shui gripped her stave and unleashed her skill. Since she chose ordinary rank difficulty, the monsters aren't strong. She can basically kill them after unleashing her skill twice. She constantly adjusts the power of her skill, trying her best to reduce the consumption of spirit force. Although it is a bit monotonous, but it is more interesting than Lin Moyu's side. Chapter 44. This is too much. While others give their utmost, you eat sweet potato. 44. This is too much. While others give their utmost, you eat sweet potatoes. Sha Shui's performance has received unanimous approval from the examiners. Wang Zihao brandished the huge blade in his hands, and the head of the warg beastman in front of him rose into the air. His face carries a bloodthirsty shade, mixed with intense arrogance. Berserker, as the name suggests, has reduced intelligence and heightened aggression during combat. This is under the condition that you aren't in a state of frenzy. Once you enter frenzy, you may lose your faculty of reason altogether. He's going full throttle from the get-go. At the later stage, I'm afraid efficiency will decrease significantly. He doesn't know how to allocate his energy. This needs to be amended. He is slightly worse than Xia Shui. Rather than the number of monsters killed, the examiners give more importance to adaptability during combat. On the one hand, they want to see if you can persevere for 30 minutes. On the other hand, they want to see how much difference there is in combat power when comparing the beginning and end of combat. Real battles often last for a period of time. If you go all out at the get-go, there might not be a later for you. When comparing Wang Zihao with Xia Shui, the examiners came to a conclusion. Xia Shui is clearly better. Zhuo Mei, not unlike Wang Zihao, also chose Hell rank difficulty. Compared to Wang Zihao's reckless combat style, Zhuo Mei has maximized the nimbleness of the rogue class. She nimbly shuttles back and forth as if a specter, toying with the warg beastman. Furthermore, every one of her actions is precise and straightforward, not wasting any energy. The dagger in hand is quick, fierce, and accurate, causing considerable damage to the monsters with each strike. Moreover, she uses her skills when appropriate, restraining the warg beastmen and even interrupting their skill. She exerts the skills she mastered to the limit. The examiners also approve of Zhuo Mei's performance. The examiners have gained some understanding of the examinees. They have already made a judgment in their hearts. Back at Lin Moyu's side, the examiners were struck dumb. This kid is too much. I also think he's too much. This guy is actually carrying food in his pockets. What is he thinking? Is the sweet potato really that tasty? Seeing him eat with relish, I'm starting to feel a little hungry myself. Lin Moyu slowly and methodically ate a sweet potato. Before entering the examination site, he took out some sweet potatoes and put them in his pockets. After all, during the examination, you can't use the storage space. Seeing as the skeletal warriors can kill the monsters in an instant, he was left with nothing to do, so he started to eat a sweet potato. Eating during the great examination, this is a first. Let's note this down, so that his name goes down in history. I think this test is too easy for him. Should we increase the difficulty? The examiner ground their teeth. While others tire themselves out, Lin Moyu is this at ease. Nevertheless, he is far ahead of the others. No need. No matter the case, the examination must be fair. Ning Xuanfeng hasn't spoken since after the examination has begun. But judging from the look in his eyes, it can be seen he is full of interest regarding Lin Moyu. This little guy is interesting. In the span of 30 minutes, some gave up one after another, while others were wounded and were forced to quit. Sustained combat is a severe test of endurance for every class user. This is different from a dungeon, where you can take a break when tired. Only Lin Moyu defies this principle. Even if he dozes off, there won't be any problems. Over time, things devolved. Finally, after 30 minutes were up, the monsters disappeared. It's finally over. I wouldn't have been able to hold on much longer. That was terrifying. I've never been this tired in a dungeon. Most examinees are sitting on the ground, gasping for breath. In a short 30 minutes, they almost completely exhausted their energy. At this time, Xia Shui's face is slightly pale. In the span of 30 minutes, she did her best to manage her skills and save her energy as much as possible. Her spirit force is almost completely depleted. During the great examination, the storage space is sealed, so drugs to restore spirit force can't be utilized. Sure enough, the great examination is very challenging. It's over at last. I killed more than 200 monsters, that's more than 200 points. At this time, Wang Zihao is sitting on the ground. At the later stage, his efficiency was far from what it was at the start. He exhausted his strength, and his skill is in cooldown, leading to a sharp decline in combat power. I killed more than 50 monsters. Hell rank difficulty is really hard. Among the examinees, only Lin Moyu is in a good condition. To him, the 30 minutes were like watching a play. This round of the examination is over. A total of 522 examinees participated in this round, of which 278 lost their qualification to continue the examination due to injury or forfeiture. The remaining 244 examinees are eligible to enter the next round of the examination. Of course, you can also choose to give up. The next round will be more difficult and more intense, and your life may be in danger. Please choose carefully. Everyone received the warning at the same time. They can choose to give up, or continue with the examination. If you continue, the next round will be even more difficult, and your life may even be in danger. But if you give up now, you will feel bitter. Many people found themselves in a dilemma at this time. Meanwhile, the examiners revealed mischievous smiles. How many do you think will choose to give up this time? In previous years, at least 1/3 of the examinees chose to give up. The qualification rate this year is similar to last year's. So far, about 60% have been eliminated. A total of 632 combat-type class users participated in the examination. At the moment, there are 244 left. It seems that they are having a hard time making a decision. Let's give them a push and help them come to a decision. At this moment, the imposing voice sounded once again. Even if you give up now, your score is already high enough to enter an academy. I will give you now 60 seconds to think things over. If you haven't made a choice after the 60 seconds are over, you will proceed ahead by default. As if the last straw that broke the camel's back, these words shattered the mental defense of many people. I choose to give up. I quit. I can't go on anymore. If I continue further, I'll die. Many examinees chose to give up. At the same time, even more people chose to continue. After coming this far, it would be a pity not to continue. Chapter 45. If things continue like this, others won't stand a chance. 45. If things continue like this, others won't stand a chance. Among the 244 examinees who passed the second round, over 60 chose to withdraw. Only 180 people decided to proceed with the examination. Although the others chose to quit. However, by passing the second round of the examination, they have already proven their strength. They can enter an ordinary academy without a problem. As for the remaining people, their targets are top-ranked academies. The ranking following the second round is out. No. 1. Lin Moyu, total points, 1,605. No. 2. Zhuo Mei, total points, 470. No. 3. Xia Shui, total points, 270. No. 4. Wang Zihao, total points, 265. Wang Zihao jumped up and shouted, "This can't be. How did he get so many points?" At a frequency of 1 monster per 5 seconds, that amounts to 12 monsters per minute at most. In Hell rank difficulty, each monster is worth 5 points, providing a maximum of 60 points per minute. In the period of 30 minutes, you can earn 1,800 at most. When factors such as time taken to kill the monsters are taken into account, you should be able to only earn around 200 to 400 points. Zhuo Mei, who was able to earn 400 points, killed 80 monsters. This is already considered excellent. Lin Moyu, however, earned 1,505 points. This shows that he killed 301 monsters. A rate of 10 monsters per minute, it's just a short distance away from the limit of 12 monsters per minute. At this moment, a thought welled up in everyone's minds, is this guy a freak? Wang Zihao even felt that Lin Moyu is cheating, but he didn't dare to say it out loud. If he were to voice these words, that would offend the senior figures of Shengxia Empire. No one has ever dared to cheat in the Great Examination. After all, that's just asking for trouble. The entire examination site is under complete surveillance, so cheating is impossible. Outside the examination site, Lu Yun jumped up. His wrinkled face has become even redder than before. His hands trembled from excitement. The cup in his hand shook, spilling water. Old Lu, your student is abnormal. Indeed, he's really abnormal. Lu Yun couldn't help but curse back, you guys are abnormal. Your entire families are abnormal. He would really like to know how Lin Moyu did it. As far as he knows, no one has ever been able to achieve such a score. Back in the day, the astonishingly talented Su Qingxing only scored 700 points in the second round. Last year, Lin Mohan only got 650 points. As for Lin Moyu, his score is higher than the both of them combined. Beams of light shot out from the Tower of Trials and fell on the examinees who chose to continue. Illuminated by the light, their fatigue melted away, and their spirit force was restored. In the blink of an eye, they were back at peak condition. Next, the third round of the examination will be conducted. This round also has 3 degrees of difficulty. You will be facing a leader rank monster. Ordinary rank difficulty will provide 100 points. Nightmare rank difficulty will provide 300 points. Hell rank difficulty will provide 500 points. The rules are similar to last time. The last round evaluated sustained combat ability. This round evaluates the limits of combat ability. You need to duel a leader rank monster. Facing a leader rank monster without any support, it will be a significant challenge to any class user. This time, Lin Moyu was the first one to make a choice. I choose Hell rank difficulty. When the examiners saw Lin Moyu's choice, they broke out into a discussion again. As expected, this kid really chose Hell rank difficulty. With the power of his skill and summons, he will definitely take the first place this time, as well. It seems that he is going to become the top scorer of Jiangning province this time. It's hard to say. After all, there are still 2 rounds to go. The 5th round, in particular. They have supervised the great examination many times and have seen a number of people turn the tides and make a comeback. Although Lin Moyu's performance is currently pretty strong, but it is not a foregone conclusion that he will be able to become the provincial top scorer. The gap between Wang Zihao and Lin Moyu has reached more than 1,300 points. Wang Zihao came with the intention to take the position of the provisional top scorer, but he couldn't even make it into the top 3. The first place is mine. There are 2 more rounds to go. I won't lose. After the great examination is over, I better don't run into you, or else I'll make you pay. Wang Zihao spoke viciously. He also chose Hell rank difficulty. Xia Shui and Zuo Mei also chose Hell rank difficulty. They only need to deal with a single monster. Xia Shui's elemental mage and Zuo Mei's rogue, both classes possess very high explosive power. The 2 aren't worried. After everyone made their choice, the examiners announced the start of the 3rd round of the examination. A huge monster appeared in front of everyone. It is still a warg beastman, a monster with a wolf head. The monster holds a sword in each hand, akin to a human sword champion. Warg beastman captain, leader. Level, 15, strength, 1000. Agility, 800, spirit, 500, physique, 1000, skill, twisted wind slash. After taking a look at the monster's attributes, Lin Moyu felt that it's a bit of a misnomer. It's supposed to be Hell rank difficulty, yet the monster is actually greatly weakened. Maybe it's because this is a test, but this is far from matching the standard of a Hell rank dungeon. The monster is merely stronger than the elite monster guarding the entrance of Shihai Mine Dungeon's Nightmare rank dungeon. It is far from being a match for a genuine leader rank monster. Lin Moyu can understand the Empire's approach. If they were to really release a Hell rank monster, not to mention a leader, even a mob wouldn't something that ordinary class users can deal with. The aim of the great examination is to select living talents, not dead people. After the battle started, Lin Moyu casually gave an order. 2 skeletal warriors quickly rushed out and unleashed their skill. Berserk strike, bang bang. Without even making a sound, the warg beastman captain collapsed on the ground and died. Instant kill. Another instant kill. The examiners were stupefied once more. Again, another instant kill. The summons can actually use a skill. And this skill is quite powerful. Time and time again, Lin Moyu has gone over the top. Others don't stand a chance. Chapter 46. The best way is to eliminate the summoner themselves. 46. The best way is to eliminate the summoner themselves. Even the leader rank monster was instantly killed. Lin Moyu's strength has been acknowledged by the examiners. Although the monster they arranged has been weakened. But it shouldn't be possible to instantly kill it. This can be seen from how hard the others are pushing themselves. While dodging the attacks of the warg beastman leader, Xia Shui continuously released skills and fought back. Wang Zihao's approach was more direct, meeting force with force. Berserker's warlike nature was fully displayed at this time. Zuo Mei, on the other hand, circled around the monster and restrained it, her performance slightly better. As for other class users who choose different degrees of difficulty, not a single one was as relaxed as Lin Moyu. 2 skeletal warriors stepped forward, 2 clacks sounded, and the battle ended. From start to finish, Lin Moyu didn't move. I think he can do solo grinding in low-level dungeons. He is qualified to do solo grinding even in nightmare rank dungeons below level 20. I don't think this is the limit of his combat power. We haven't measured his true combat power yet. Let's wait for the 5th round of the examination. If he wants to become the provincial top scorer, or even the imperial top scorer, he must go through the 5th round. At that time, maybe we'll be able to see the true extent of his combat power. The examiners went into a bout of discussion. The contents of the examination are determined by senior figures of the empire, and the examiners have no right to make changes. The only one with this right is Ning Xuanfang, who arrived later. He spoke up when he first arrived. After this, he stayed quiet and just watched with interest. The examiners noticed that most of his attention is on Lin Moyu. He seems to be very interested in Lin Moyu. The third round of the examination ended quickly, only lasting 10 minutes. Xia Shui, Zhuo Mei, and Wang Zihao successfully killed their opponent and obtained 500 points. As for the rest, some succeed, some failed. Another batch of the examinees was eliminated, losing the qualification to continue to the next round of the examination. They either gave up on their own or were forced to stop after sustaining injury and losing their combat ability. Although they have been eliminated, but since their performance was quite good, they can enter a good academy. Only 120 people were able to pass the third round successfully. The ranking following the third round is out. No. 1. Lin Moyu, total points, 2,105. No. 2. Zhuo Mei, total points, 970. No. 3. Xia Shui, total points, 770. No. 4. Wang Zihao, total points, 765. No. 67. Gao Yang, total points, 302. Lin Moyu saw Gao Yang's name in the ranking. Ranked 67th, that's a pretty good result. After persevering until now, Gao Yang will surely be able to enter Jiangning Academy. Lin Moyu has an understanding of Gao Yang. This guy is quite proud. After coming this far, he won't give up easily. Needless to say, he will surely challenge the fourth round. Wang Zihao is still ranked 4th. He was already aware he wouldn't be able to catch up in the third round. The fourth round is about to begin. This is my chance. He gripped his blade with both hands, and his eyes flickered with ferocious fighting spirit. The examiner's voice rang out again. The fourth round of the examination will be conducted next. The fourth round will step up in terms of difficulty and danger. You can choose to continue, or you can choose to give up. With your current score, you can be admitted into the top 100 academies of the empire without an issue. This time no one chose to give up. To be able to persist till here, none of them is a coward. Pure white light sprinkled down. Illuminated by the white light, the examinees regained their peak condition. Fatigue evaporated, attributes were restored, and the cooldown period of skills dissipated. I respect your decision. The rules for the fourth round of the examination are as follows. You will face 10 waves of monsters. Each wave consists of 10 monsters, for a total of 100 monsters. The waves will appear in intervals of 1 minute. Whether you have cleared the previous wave or not, the next wave of monsters will appear 1 minute later nonetheless. The last wave will be led by a leader rank monster. You will pass by killing all the monsters. Each monster will earn you 10 points. If you kill all the monsters, your points for this round will be doubled, totaling 2,000 points. After the rules were explained, a light curtain appeared in front of everyone. The first wave of 10 monsters has appeared behind the light curtain. The monsters are just ordinary monsters, level 13 Warg Beastmen. Of the 10 monsters, 9 are warrior-type monsters. The monster at the back is a mage-type monster. Warriors cooperating with a mage, this greatly increases the difficulty. Lin Moyu calculated the increase of difficulty in his heart. Without sufficient monster clearing ability, you will be surrounded by more and more monsters, ultimately leading to failure. He realized that this round of the examination tests monster clearing ability. From basic combat power, to endurance, to dual ability, and then to rapid monster clearing ability. This covers the strengths and weaknesses of the classes. The great examination is really challenging. The examiners revealed smiles on their faces. They stared at Lin Moyu. Let's see how you will respond this time. The best way to deal with a summoner is not to eliminate the summons, but to eliminate the summoner themselves. I think Lin Moyu might be flustered this time. However, his summons are strong enough. It shouldn't be a problem for him to clear this round. Ning Xuanfang, who has been silent until now, spoke up at this time. I think this round won't stump him. Everyone looked at Ning Xuanfang, a hint of surprise in their eyes. Ning Xuanfang's words carry a certain degree of certainty, as if he were quite confident. Although some examiners weren't that certain. But with the gap in status, they didn't retort. Anyway, facts will soon prove who is right and who is wrong. Chapter 47. Holy Swordsman, Frenzy Mode. 47 Holy Swordsman, Frenzy Mode. The fourth round of the examination started. A third skeletal warrior appeared in front of Lin Moyu. The three skeletons charged toward the monsters, who range between level 9 and level 13. Each time the skeletons brandished their blade, they would kill a monster. Lin Moyu's palm flashed with firelight, and a flame fell on the head of the wizard-type monster at the back. It was also killed in an instant. From the start of the round, it has been less than 3 seconds. It lasted nearly a moment. 9 Warg Beastman warriors and 1 Warg Beastman mage have been killed. This kid still has a third summon. This little bastard, why didn't he let it out until now? This punk, why would he hide his strength? That's right, the stronger he is, the happier we will be. At this time, Ning Xuanfang's face expressed, sure enough. Lin Moyu curled his lips unconsciously. The so-called Great Examination poses no challenge to him. It's not as eventful as the first time he entered Shihai Mine Dungeon. There is no surprise. He felt sleepy. He took out another sweet potato and slowly ate it. I won't watch anymore. Watching this kid is not interesting at all. That's right. It's better to watch someone else. Lin Moyu dealt with the monsters in less than 3 seconds after their appearance. As such, watching others would be much more interesting. Sha Shui retreated repeatedly, treading on a path of flames. The Warg Beastman stepped on the flames while pursuing Sha Shui, constantly sustaining fire damage. Burning Trail. This is a skill that a mage can only master after level 10, and it causes fire damage in its wake. It is quite effective here. AoE offensive skills are a mage's strong point. Although the level isn't high enough, but Sha Shui has already mastered 2 AoE offensive skills. The other is Rain of Ice, and it has a slowing effect. With a combination of the two, Sha Shui quickly disposed of the Warg Beastman warriors. In comparison, Zuo Mei had to work much harder. Rogue possesses strong explosive power, abundant combat skills, and many control-type skills. Whether it's in terms of assassination or one-on-one combat, it's an excellent class. Its disadvantage is that it is not expert at crowd combat and does not possess AoE offensive skills. As a result, Zuo Mei appears to be at a disadvantage, and can only dispose of the monsters one by one. Wang Zihao still maintains his reckless combat style. A huge two-handed blade swished through air. Everyone's fight is rather eye-catching. Only Lin Moyu's side is extremely boring. None of the examiners want to watch him. Time spent staring into the void feels much longer than time spent fighting monsters. There's no use watching. He has taken first place in the 4th round, as well. Let's see if he will participate in the 5th round. Although he is far ahead in terms of points at the moment, but if he doesn't participate in the 5th round, others will still catch up to him. In the 4th round of the examination, examinees have to face waves of monsters, with each wave containing 10 monsters. The waves are spaced out in intervals of 1 minute. Slower examinees are faced with more and more monsters. After 3 minutes, some had already given up. There were too many monsters. They were transported outside the Tower of Trials. To be eliminated in the 4th round, this is not a disgrace, but a badge of honor. They are all classified as geniuses and can enter a top 100 academy without a problem. The people who were eliminated wore a relieved look on their faces. There were just too many monsters. That was scary. I thought I was going to be eaten. There's no way I can kill so many monsters. I wonder how many people will pass this round of the examination. I thought I was strong enough. But alas, there is always someone stronger. Speaking of which, that guy called Lin Moyu is really impressive. I guess he won't be stumped this time. After Gao Yong persisted until after the 5th wave of monsters appeared, he reached his limit and could only choose to give up. When he emerged from the Tower of Trials, he heard people talk about Lin Moyu. He, who has been holding it in for a while, couldn't help but say, Lin Moyu is my boss, of course he is impressive. Brother, what is your name? My name is Gao Yong, and I am from Shihai No. 1 High School. Gao Yong responded loudly. So it's Brother Gao. Brother, can you tell us about Lin Moyu? Gao Yong smiled and said, that's easy. I'll tell you. ... He began with a soliloquy. When he mentioned the time Lin Moyu took him into the nightmare rank dungeon and cleared it in 10 minutes, several people revealed shades of disbelief. This is impossible. No one believes it, thinking Gao Yong is just talking big. Gao Yong just prattled on, not caring if they believe it or not. He just wants to vent. After all, he had this bottled up inside all this time. As more and more people were eliminated, the number of footages at the top of the Tower of Trials decreased. In the end, only 5 people remained. Lin Moyu, Xia Shui, Zhuo Mei, Wang Zihao, and there is also Feng Shu. Feng Shu, level 15, Holy Swordsman. At this time, the examiners are watching Feng Shu. Feng Shu waved his sword and cruised within the encirclement of the monsters. He is no less nimble than Zhuo Mei. Although a single attack may not seem impressive, but as the saying goes, many a little makes a mickle. The warg beastmen unwittingly collapsed one after another. This guy called Feng Shu started to exert himself at last. Holy Swordsman is a superior class. So why didn't he show good results from the get-go? Why did he wait till now? He should be a member of the swordsman family, the Feng family. As such, he knows the rules of the Great Examination. He knows that the last 2 rounds are key to raising points. That's why he only started to exert himself now. Since the Feng family had a hand in the formulation of the rules of the Great Examination, he naturally is familiar with them. Wang Zihao has finally gone into a frenzy. He's not stupid. He calculated the time before entering frenzy at this time. The 7th wave of monsters appeared. Wang Zihao bellowed and activated the skill Frenzy. Frenzy. For a duration of 5 minutes, strength will be increased by 500% and physique will be increased by 500%, while agility will be reduced by 200%. After the state of frenzy is lifted, you will be in a weakened state for 30 minutes. After he entered frenzy, Wang Zihao's offensive power increased by a number of times. However, he can only maintain it for 5 minutes. Therefore, he waited for the 7th batch of monsters to appear before entering frenzy. 5 minutes is enough. At this point, there are still more than 30 monsters on the field. Coupled with the 7th wave, the number of monsters has reached more than 40. In the state of frenzy, Wang Zihao began to madly sweep the monsters as if with a scythe. With every sweep of his blade, he felled 2 or 3 monsters. The area was cleared at a rapid speed. Chapter 48. Battle Space, a True Battlefield. 48 Battle Space, a True Battlefield. After Lin Moyu waited for a minute, a wave of monsters finally emerged. This time, the mage-type monster was replaced with a leader-rank monster. To Lin Moyu, there was no difference. The skeletal warriors rushed forward and smashed the opponent, and then the place became quiet again. For Lin Moyu, the 4th round of the examination has come to an end. Now he has to wait for the others to be done as well. After waiting for 10 minutes, the 4th round of the examination finally concluded. The 4th round of the examination is over. 120 people participated in the 4th round, but in the end, 5 passed. Murmur. The examiner's voice spread out both inside and outside the tower. Only 5 of the 120 people were left. This indicates that these 5 people are true geniuses, capable of entering the top academies. At the same time, the ranking of the 5 individuals came out. The ranking after the 4th round is out. No. 1. Lin Moyu, total points, 3,605. No. 2. Zhuo Mei, total points, 2,470. No. 3. Xia Shui, total points, 2,270. No. 4. Wang Zihao, total points, 2,265. No. 5. Feng Shu, total points, 2,200. Lin Moyu still has a strong lead. Light shone on the 5 individuals, and they regained their peak condition. Wang Zihao has fallen into a weakened state after entering frenzy. But when he illuminated by the light, his weakened state evaporated. His skill frenzy can be used once more. Everything was as expected. The 5th round is when the winner will really be determined. Wang Zihao gripped his large blade, a smile on his face. Xia Shui let out a long breath. I'm in the top 5. It shouldn't be a problem to enter Shajing Academy. Zhuo Mei has a solemn look in her eyes. Shajing Academy, here I come. Without exception, the goal of all 5 people is Shajing Academy. The examiner's voice rang out again. I know you want to enter Shajing Academy. However, it's not that easy to enter Shajing Academy. Don't think you can have a peace of mind by reaching the top 5. There is still the final round of the examination left. If your performance isn't good enough, you will still be eliminated. If you want to enter Shajing Academy, you must earn points. So long as you earn 10,000 points, you will be able to enter Shajing Academy. Now listen carefully to the rules of the 5th round. The 5 individuals perked up their ears and listened attentively. The 5th round has its own name. It is called Battle Space. They will be sent into a special space, where monsters will emerge in endless succession, including warrior type, mage type, archer type, and knight type monsters. Any type of monster you can think of will appear in battle space. And they will appear in large numbers. For the first batch, there will be more than 100 monsters. In the later stages, there will be enhanced elite, leader, and even boss rank monsters. The faster you kill the monsters, the more monsters will be bred and the stronger they will be. This requires them to adjust their killing tempo. In this case, the faster the tempo isn't the better. The most crucial thing is the changes regarding points. Battle space can be divided into 5 stages, with different amounts of points that can be earned at each stage. In the first stage, the monsters are level 15, and killing them will earn you 50 points per monster. In the second stage, the monsters are level 16, and killing them will earn you 100 points per monster. Every time the level of the monsters is raised by 1 level, the points are doubled. In the 5th stage, the monsters are level 19, and killing them will earn you 800 points per monster. And this is just the case for ordinary monsters. Enhanced, elite, leader, and boss rank monsters are worth more points. If Lin Moyu fails in this round of the examination, his lead will go up in smoke. It seems a bit unfair. All previous efforts will be rendered useless. Lin Moyu realized that for the truly strong, the 5th round is where they will truly exert themselves. The Great Examination's function is to select talents who can become pillars of the human race. When the countdown ended, the 5th round of the Great Examination officially started. The remaining 5 individuals were teleported into the battle space. In the control room at the top of the tower, footages of the 5 people disappeared at this time. The examiners revealed disappointed looks. Sigh, this damned rule. Even we can't watch. Indeed, the 5th round is the most exciting part. But it's not for us to watch. With our authority, we can only see the points change. Sir Ning, can you watch the 5th round? The examiners looked at Ning Xuanfeng with anticipation in their eyes. They are feeling really restless, especially itching to see Lin Moyu's performance in the 5th round. Ning Xuanfeng swept with his eyes and uttered in a flat tone, I can't. The examiners revealed a startled shade on their faces, even you can't. Then who can? Ning Xuanfeng nodded. In the Empire, there are no more than 10 people who have the authority to watch the 5th round of the Great Examination. The examiners were dumbfounded. No more than 10 people, they dare not even think what kind of big shots they are. Ning Xuanfeng carried on, anyway, keep this in mind. This isn't something you should inquire about. I was in a good mood, so I overshared a little. I see. Don't worry, we won't. The examiners are no idiots. They realize that things aren't that simple. No matter how bold they are, they dare not inquire. There are no more than 10 people in the entire Shengxia Empire who have this authority. Just listening to Ning Xuanfeng's words scared them sufficiently. The battle space is a huge and wide plain. The earth here is pitch black, emitting a smell of blood. There are countless rocks scattered about, some of which are several meters tall. This environment provides class users with more intricate room of maneuver. Lin Moyu's nose twitched slightly, the smell of blood is quite strong. And it's full of the aura of death. This place has gone through an unimaginable battle. As a necromancer, Lin Moyu is particularly sensitive to the aura of death. Whether it's Shihai Mine Dungeon or the previous rounds of the examination, none contained the aura of death. This place is different. It has genuine aura of death lingering in the air. There has been a real deadly battle here, and it has been of a very large scale. Blood soaked the earth, turning it dark brown, with the smell of blood lingering for years. This is to have us experience the battlefield in advance. Footsteps resounded, and a group of monsters appeared in his line of sight. Chapter 49. What on earth did Lin Moyu do? 49. What on earth did Lin Moyu do? They are at least 50 or 60 meters away. The group of monsters discovered Lin Moyu. The monsters roared simultaneously and charged toward Lin Moyu. There are 10 monsters. They aren't many in number. Lin Moyu used detection. Farron Beastman Warrior. Level 15. There was no more information. No attributes, no skills. This is the first time detection provided so little information. Lin Moyu saw that the Farron Beastman Warriors have a long tail trailing behind them. The Farron Beastman Warriors look like giant lizards. Giant lizards that can walk upright. Roars echoed in battle space, catching the attention of other Farron beastmen. All of a sudden, several teams of Farron beastmen appeared in Lin Moyu's line of sight. If it were another class user, when faced with a wave of Farron beastmen, they would go all out and eliminate a few, and then retreat before being completely surrounded, assuming an indirect approach. After all, once they are surrounded, the outcome can well be imagined. Although this way of fighting is suitable for others, but it is not for Lin Moyu. The three skeletal warriors standing next to him rushed out and charged toward the Farron beastmen. Blades rose and then fell, dealing severe damage to a couple of Farron beastmen at the very front. After taking a blade strike, the Farron beastmen were on the brink of death. But they didn't die yet. They still have some health left. They can't be killed in one strike. This attribute, the skeletal warriors failed to kill the Farron beastmen in one shot, which surprised Lin Moyu a bit. The physique attribute of the Farron beastmen evidently isn't low. Their attacks also fell on the skeletal warriors, but didn't cause much damage. This indicates that their strength attribute isn't high. These monsters possess high physique but low strength. Lin Moyu made his judgment. If one strike isn't enough, then two will do. A Farron beastman unleashed a heart-wrenching scream and then collapsed on the ground, dead. Lin Moyu's points changed in an instant. They jumped from 3,605 points to 3,655 points. In the control room, although you can't see footages of the 5th round of the examination, but you can see the points change. Lin Moyu has started. That was quick. Then the points jumped again, from 3,655 to 4,105. This greatly startled the examiners. They exchanged looks, wondering what happened. Why did they suddenly increase so much? After a skeletal warrior killed a Farron beastman warrior, Lin Moyu used corpse explosion. With a loud bang, the group of Farron beastmen was wiped out. The 10 Farron beastmen provided 500 points to Lin Moyu. Following that, Lin Moyu didn't take any further action, but instead waited for the remaining Farron beastmen to come to him. Since the other party will rush to him, there is no need for him to go to them. There are 9 corpses left. Once the other Farron beastmen come to him, he just needs to unleash corpse explosion. But in the next moment, Lin Moyu was surprised to find that the corpses were missing. It's as if the corpses have sunk into the pitch-black earth and disappeared. From start to finish, the corpses only lasted for 10 seconds. What's going on? It seems that the plan needs to be amended slightly. Looking at the Farron beastman teams rushing toward him from different directions, Lin Moyu released several skeletal warriors. A total of 9 skeletal warriors were released, allocated to the 9 teams respectively. The skeletal warriors ran toward the teams of Farron beastmen along with clicking sounds. The monsters were gradually drawn together. 2 minutes later, close to 100 Farron beastmen have been gathered together. The skeletal warriors attacked simultaneously, instantly killing a Farron beastman. A blare erupted in an instant. In the short span of 3 seconds, Lin Moyu used corpse explosion 7 or 8 times. The pitch-black earth trembled incessantly. The Farron beastman warriors were slaughtered completely. And Lin Moyu's points reached 8,605 points in a flash. The control room of the Tower of Trials became lively again. What on earth did Lin Moyu do? Why did his points suddenly increase so much? Who knows? We can't see anything that's happening in the battle space. Lin Moyu had 3,605 points before. But now he has 8,605 points. This is an increase of 5,000 points. I can only be seen that the first batch of 100 monsters has been completely wiped out. As for how they were wiped out, I also don't know. The examiners exchanged looks. Looking at the points of the others, they couldn't really figure out anything. Lin Moyu is just a level 16 kid, so how strong can his skills really be? For him to kill 100 monsters in one fell swoop, this is something unbelievable. Xia Shui, for example, is an elemental mage and is proficient in AoE offensive skills, yet her points only rose in increments of 50 or 100 points. Unlike Lin Moyu, who gained 5,000 points in just a few minutes. This is something that no one would believe. Ning Xuanfeng is much calmer than the examiners, but his eyelids still jumped up. Even with his insight, he can hardly imagine how Lin Moyu did it. What on earth did this kid do? What sort of class is Necromancer? What the hell is his limit? Question marks appeared in Ning Xuanfeng's mind one after another. He is also very curious about what is happening in the battle space. Unfortunately, he doesn't have sufficient authority to access the battle space. He can only analyze changes in points and make judgments. In the battle space, the corpses disappeared without a trace after only 10 seconds. Lin Moyu waited quietly for the second batch of monsters to appear. Do I have to wait for 1 minute, like in the 4th round? This thought just popped up in his mind, when a sense of crisis arose out of the blue. The sky turned red, and dozens of fireballs with a diameter of 1 meter smashed down like meteorites. Chapter 50. Second stage, difficulty raised. 52nd stage, difficulty raised. Lin Moyu was startled. The skeletal warriors stacked on one another, forming a shield to protect Lin Moyu. The meteorite-like fireballs smashed into the skeletal warriors and exploded into seas of sparks, painting a gorgeous picture. Lin Moyu is very clear about his weakness. His physique is too lacking. If he faced this attack head-on, a massive amount of damage would be transferred to the skeletal warriors. But if the skeletal warriors block the attack themselves, the result will be completely different. With their powerful physique, skeletal warriors possess extremely high defense. They can practically ignore this little damage. Standing behind the skeletal warriors, Lin Moyu saw groups of beastmen appear in front. A group of Farron beastman mages waved their staves and unleashed rain of fire. A large number of Farron beastman warriors rushed over, brandishing their weapons. These monsters appeared out of the blue. Lin Moyu's lips curled up. It doesn't matter how they appeared. What matters is that he doesn't need to wait for them to spawn. The mage-type monsters kept using their skill from behind, ceaselessly unleashing rain of fire. In order to ensure his safety, Lin Moyu used 10 skeletons to form a shield to block the attacks of the mage-type monsters. At the same time, 10 skeletons were released to confront the warrior-type beastmen. Use your skill. Following his order, the blades in the hands of the skeletal warriors suddenly lit up with red light. Berserk Strike. The strength attribute of the skeletal warriors is 5,000. Coupled with the skill's effect, their attack power was doubled. Farron beastman warriors were killed in an instant. Lin Moyu's palm glowed. Loud rumbling rose. Corpses exploded one after another. Farron beastman warriors fell like wheat to a scythe. In just a few seconds, the more than 100 Farron beastman warriors who rushed over had died. The 10 skeletal warriors rushed toward the Farron beastman mages lightning fast. With their agility attribute of 5,000 points, the skeletal warriors can break out with astonishing speed. With the huge disparity in attributes, the skeletal warriors appeared in Lin Moyu's eyes as afterimages. In the blink of an eye, the skeletal warriors crossed a distance of tens of meters and appeared in front of the Farron beastman mages. Blades rose and fell, claiming the life of a mage-type monster with each strike. Since the Farron beastman mages can't compare to the warriors in terms of physique, they were killed by the skeletal warriors with one strike of the blade. Consequently, rain of fire disappeared, and peace and quiet resumed once again. When Lin Moyu's side recovered its calm, the eyes of the examiners in the control room of the Tower of Trial turned round. After only stopping for 10+ seconds, Lin Moyu's points soared like a rocket again. 14,605 points. In less than 10 seconds, his points increased by 6,000 points. This signifies that Lin Moyu killed another 120 monsters. After witnessing Lin Moyu's points soar for the second time, an answer came to mind. This guy has an AoE offensive skill. This class is outrageous. Its single target skill is already abnormal, and it still has a similarly abnormal AoE offensive skill. Not only are the skills powerful, but the summons are equally powerful. I think this class has exceeded the legendary rank, and can compare to those several classes. We can't say it for sure. After all, his level is still low. It still remains to be seen. Just because you are strong while at a lower level doesn't necessarily mean you will continue to be strong when your level rises. Conversely, just because you are weak while at a lower level doesn't mean you will continue to be weak when your level rises. There are even some classes that remain unremarkable until you acquire a certain skill, and then become irreplaceable. There is also a class that is generally not very useful. But once war breaks out, it will become overpowered. All of its skills are Legion-type group skills. If there is such a class user in an army, the combat power of the entire army can be doubled. Lin Moyu is oblivious of the examiner's thoughts. At this moment, he heard a rumble. The earth started vibrating. The corpses disappeared during the vibrations, as if engulfed by the earth. Invisible gases rose from the earth, and the air became even more saturated with the smell of blood, even carrying a hint of a putrid smell. It is nauseating. The sky has become even darker and more gloomy. The atmosphere became suffocating. The second stage. Lin Moyu looked at the sky. Lin Moyu seems to be well adapted to this atmosphere, showing no signs of discomfort. Perhaps it is related to his class. The aura of death doesn't make him feel uncomfortable. The only thing he doesn't like is the increasingly bad smell. The earth's vibration gradually stopped. Lin Moyu had the skeletal warriors surround him and remain vigilant of the surroundings. A few seconds later, footsteps sounded. "Here we go." Lin Moyu spoke in his mind. A large number of monsters, in teams of 5, suddenly emerged in the surroundings. Farron Beastman Champion. Level 16. Farron Beastman Archer. Level 16. Each team is composed of 3 champions and 2 archers. The champions and archers are both level 16. There are at least 40 teams scattered in the surroundings. Lin Moyu seems to be surrounded. After entering the second stage, not only did the level of the monsters increase by 1 level, but also their number increased 2-fold. Lin Moyu, however, isn't worried. After all, it's just a level 16 monsters. Even without using corpse explosion, with just 20 skeletal warriors, he can spend some time to cut all of these guys to death. At this time, he is pondering another question. Based on this level of difficulty, it will be hard for other classes to pass the second stage. Even if they can break through it, it will take a lot of time. In Lin Moyu's eyes, the difficulty of the first stage wasn't high. With a little effort, most class users can break through it. The second stage is much more difficult. Merely increasing the level by 1 level and doubling the number, the 2 changes are enough to increase the difficulty several-fold. Plus, there are also archers. Archers are known as the natural enemies of mages. These changes can be daunting to most mage-type class users. Chapter 51. Pitch Black Wicked Radiance, Demon Head. 51 Pitch Black Wicked Radiance, Demon Head. Lin Moyu's conjectures are correct. In the history of Shengxia Empire, very few examinees were able to pass the second stage of the 5th round. The 5th round of the examination is held in battle space, and it is the final round. Battle space has a total of 5 stages. The current record is passing the 3rd stage. This record was set more than 100 years ago. No one has broken this record until now. The examiners of Jiangning province wonder whether Lin Moyu can break this record. I think he has a chance. Although I don't know what this guy's skills are. But from his previous results, it can be seen that his skills are quite abnormal. The examiners no longer want to describe the skills as powerful, but directly refer to them as abnormal. I suspect he has awakened a talent. No matter how powerful a class is, but it still has its limits. It can't be this powerful. If he has really awakened a talent, that would be a great thing. That's right. If you awaken a talent just after awakening your class, you might be able to awaken a new talent during the second class awakening. You're asking for too much. Class users with a talent are already very rare, while class users with 2 talents are even rarer. Who knows? The examiners went off track as they talked. But they all paid close attention to changes in his points. Lin Moyu's points either remain unchanged or soar like a rocket, painting a stark contrast. Lin Moyu repeated the same old trick, and the skeletal warriors rushed out and attracted the attention of the Farron Beastmen. What matters is not that the method is novel, but that it is practical. The skeletal warriors will attract the monsters, firepower, pull them together, and create corpses, and then Lin Moyu will use corpse explosion and unleash a massacre. Lin Moyu is already familiar with this method, and it is highly efficient. The scattered skeletal warriors quickly attracted all the Farron Beastmen in sight. Next, they began to run around the Farron Beastman archers. When the monsters were gathered together, Lin Moyu ordered the skeletal warriors to attack. After the skeletal warriors unleashed their skill, they instantly cut down several level 16 Farron Beastman champions. Then Lin Moyu unleashed corpse explosion successively. In the blink of an eye, the surrounding area regained its peace once again. His points instantly increased by 20,000, reaching a total of 34,605 points. In the second stage, each monster will provide 100 points. Lin Moyu killed 200 monsters, which is equivalent to 20,000 points. The examiners kept their calm this time. This guy has entered the second stage. The level of the monsters in the second stage increased only by 1 level. This had no impact on him. This is no different from delivering points to him. If it weren't for the lack of authority, I would really like to increase the difficulty. That's right. If dozens of bosses were unleashed, that would be really fun. Looking at Lin Moyu's 30,000 plus points, and then at the points of the others, the contrast is really stark. So far, Xia Shui ranks second. Xia Shui, as an elemental mage, has pretty good AoE offensive skills. She is the second fastest individual to clear the monsters. At this point, she has already accumulated more than 7,000 points. She has nearly eliminated the first round of 100 monsters. Following Xia Shui is Feng Shu. This holy swordsman caught up from behind and accumulated 6,000 points. From this, it can be seen that holy swordsman is also a class that can handle crowd combat well. Then there is Zhuo Mei and Wang Zihao. Zhuo Mei carried out one attack after another. Although she is steady, but the efficiency isn't high. Wang Zihao's approach is quite direct. He directly confronted the monsters, meeting force with force. As for the skill frenzy, it's not the time for it yet. The both of them are slower at accumulating points. So far, they have just over 5,000 points. But they have confidence in themselves. For them, clearing the first stage and breaking 10,000 points is not a problem. Once they break 10,000 points, they will meet all requirements, namely level, class, and score, and will be able to enter Shajing Academy. The Great Examination of Shengxia Empire is empire-wide, and is conducted on a provincial basis. It is held on the same day and at the same time, and the progress between provinces is also similar. Practically all provinces have already started the 5th round of the examination. One tower of trials after another has opened a battle space. Anyone who can enter it is unequivocally a genius. This is the most talented group of examinees of Shengxia Empire this year. In the eyes of the senior figures of Shengxia Empire, these examinees are future pillars of Shengxia Empire. Every year, a group of strong seedlings is born, delivering fresh blood to Shengxia Empire. In the capital of Shengxia Empire, the renowned Shajing City, a huge tower emerged in midair. Countless people in Shajing City looked up at the sky. No matter where they were located in the city, they were able to clearly see this tower. This tower is usually hidden, only showing itself on the day of the Great Examination of Shengxia Empire. This is the main body of the Tower of Trials. The towers of trials that are holding the Great Examination in the provincial capitals are its clones. In Shengxia Empire, there are 3 towers. The Tower of Trials is one of them. Another one is Shengxia Tower located at Shajing Academy. The last one is known as Demon Extermination Tower, and it is permanently located on the front line. Suddenly, the sky darkened, and the temperature dropped sharply. A darkness fell in an instant, and a pitch-black wicked radiance streaked toward the Tower of Trials at an astonishing speed. Brazen! A deafening voice resounded throughout the city. A large virtual hand appeared in the air and tried to block the pitch-black wicked radiance. KK, you can't stop me. Eerie laughter came from the pitch-black wicked radiance. At the same time, the black radiance expanded. A huge demon head appeared in the darkness. The head has 2 horns and a mouth full of sharp teeth. It looks exactly the same as depictions of demons in books. The horns emitted a piercing sound, and black light burst out and shot toward the giant illusory hand. When the black light and the giant hand collided, they cancelled each other out. At this time, a giant eyeball appeared, and golden light ejected out from the eyeball and barreled toward the pitch-black wicked radiance. The pitch-black wicked radiance suddenly split into 2, and one of them collided with the golden light. The speed of the other suddenly increased by dozens of times, and it rushed into the Tower of Trials in the blink of an eye. You're seeking death. A giant hand appeared in the air again and firmly gripped the demon head. The demon head chuckled malevolently, this is just a clone. Go ahead and kill it. However, the little ones in your Tower of Trials, KK. With a bang, the demon head burst. Chapter 52. Invasion of a Force of the Abyss, Believe God by. 52 Invasion of a Force of the Abyss, Believe God by. 3 figures appeared next to the main body of the Tower of Trials. They have an imposing stature, and are standing on empty air. I didn't expect those scum from the abyss to come and launch a surprise attack. These unsightly vermin, what now? One of them touched the Tower of Trial to investigate the situation inside. The scum of the abyss has sneaked in. Their target is the examinees in the battle space. The space inside the tower is disrupted. Abyss's power has polluted its laws. The land inside the tower originally stems from the abyss, which is advantageous to them. I need time to rectify the disruption. How long will it take? 1 hour. At this moment, in the tower's battle space, the students are killing monsters with all their might. All of a sudden, all the monsters disappeared. Then the space changed. In a flash, the atmosphere became even more oppressive. Strands of black gas oozed out of the earth. What is this? What's going on? Why did the monsters suddenly disappear? Lin Moyu promptly called the skeletal warriors over to protect him. When things are unclear, protecting your safety is the best choice. Dummy Lin. There was a familiar voice, and Lin Moyu saw Sha Shui. To see another person in the battle space, Lin Moyu was evidently a bit surprised. Not only was he surprised, but Sha Shui was also surprised. The skeletal warriors opened a path for Sha Shui to get to Lin Moyu. Sha Shui asked, "Do you know what's going on?" Lin Moyu shook his head, indicating that he doesn't know. Sha Shui said, "A moment ago, I was fighting monsters, but then they suddenly disappeared. I wonder what's going on." At first, Sha Shui was startled, but not anymore. With Lin Moyu around, things didn't seem as scary anymore. Lin Moyu is quite calm and collected, which gave Sha Shui some peace of mind. Immediately after, beams of light rose in the pitch-black battle space. Examinees appeared in the battle space one after another. There are more than 100 people in total. In addition to the 5 people of Jiangning province, there are also examinees from other provinces. "Kids," a voice suddenly rang out. "I am Bai Yiyuan." Murmur. Everyone in the battle space was shocked, and their eyes went round. "God Bai, it's God Bai. I can actually hear the voice of God Bai. Bai Yiyuan is a top powerhouse of Shengxia Empire and is addressed as God Bai." When his voice sounded, it caused a fierce reaction in the battle space. God Bai's voice not only resounded in the battle space, but also spread throughout every examination site. Ning Xuanfeng's countenance changed slightly. Why did God Bai step it? Did something happen? Bai Yiyuan's voice rang out again, "A demon from the abyss has invaded the battle space. We are now in the process of repairing the laws of the battle space, and it will take about an hour. The demon's target is you guys. Therefore, for the next hour, you must do your best to survive. We don't know what methods the demon will use to deal with you. However, so long as you stay united, the invading force of the abyss won't be able to take you down. Shengxia people fear not combat nor death." His words carry extreme inspiratory force, giving rise to strong resonance. We fear not combat nor death. We fear not combat nor death. We fear not combat nor death. The examinees are youths full of vitality. At this moment, their emotions were roused, and they shouted loudly. Sha Shui couldn't help but want to shout as well, but when she saw the still quiet Lin Moyu, she raised her hand halfway before giving up. Although Lin Moyu didn't shout, but he is only 18 years old, and is a Shengxia person. His eyes inadvertently surged with a shade of agitation. Although he didn't shout, but when it comes to killing the abyssal demon, he won't be pulling his punches. The examinees began to gather together. They were told since they were little that the abyss is a very scary place. In the abyss, there are countless monsters and demons in a large number of dungeons. It is said that the abyss is a very scary place. In the abyss, the weakest monsters are level 70, and they are elite monsters to boot. Sha Shui uttered in a low voice. She heard Sha Dongyang talk about how terrifying the abyss is, and so a seed of fear took root in her heart. Lin Moyu only knows about the abyss from books. However, it was only mentioned in passing. In other words, he knows nothing about the abyss. "I believe God Bai," Lin Moyu said lightly. "Since Bai Yiyuan has spoken, then as long as they unite, they should be able to resist the invading force of the abyss." Lin Moyu caught the key point in Bai Yiyuan's words. They are not facing the abyss, but an invading force of the abyss. The invading force wouldn't be too strong. They should be able to contend against it. If a monster from the abyss, a level 70 elite monster, had come, it would be enough to one-shot everyone here, including Lin Moyu. In the control room, Ning Xuanfeng's eyes turned dignified. How could such a thing happen? He is much calmer than the examiners, who are quite a bit panicked. How could this happen? Unexpectedly, such a thing took place. The force of the abyss deliberately broke in during the great examination. No good. Their target is the geniuses who are taking part in the 5th round of the examination. If this issue isn't handled appropriately, they will come again next year and the year after that. They intend to sever the roots of Shengxia Empire. The geniuses who can enter the battle space are future pillars of Shengxia Empire. The force of the abyss is quite insidious. Quiet. Ning Xuanfeng suddenly spoke up, causing the examiners to shut up. Ning Xuanfeng swept them with his eyes as if with a sword. Tell the people outside not to panic and to believe God. Bye. You too. Believe God. Bye. The examiners spoke respectfully one after another. Believe God. Bye. The status of God Bye is sublime. In Shengxia Empire, there is no one who wouldn't believe his words. Soon, the people outside quieted down. Everyone chose to believe God Bye. At the same time, they also prayed for the examinees in the battle space. The atmosphere in the battle space grew increasingly more solemn. At some point, a crimson moon appeared in the sky. It's an abyssal blood moon. Someone exclaimed in surprise. The force of the abyss has begun to act. Everyone, get ready. Chapter 53. Finally someone has come to die. 53 Finally someone has come to die. Moonlight sprinkled on the earth like snow. The smell of blood in the air became even more intense. A few short minutes after God Bye has spoken, the examinees were ready for combat. There are no support class users here, only combat class users. The examinees have formed a battle formation. Knights are at the forefront, followed by mages and archers. Knights have their own creed. In order to get to my party members, you have to step over my dead body. KKK, not bad. It's a shame, but you are all going to die here. 1 hour is enough to kill you all. Too bad I can't bring your corpses back. The flesh of young humans is most delicious. Ha 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 ha. Accompanied by blood-colored moonlight, a cold, eerie voice rose, making everyone shudder. A gleam of aversion streaked across Lin Moyu's eyes. This kind of shady and sneaky guy is most despicable. Xia Shui's face turned pale with fear. She got a little closer to Lin Moyu. It seems that Lin Moyu can bring her some sense of security. Not only Xia Shui, but many others were scared, and their countenances became unsightly. There, someone shouted. A huge figure appeared under the moonlight. Detection flew over in the first moments, raising a breeze. Farron Beastman Warrior, Abyssal Infected. Level 19. Someone suddenly exclaimed, I just remembered. In the battle space, there is a level restriction, with the highest level being level 19. Following his shout, others recalled this information, as well. Right, how did I forget that? In the battle space, the highest level is level 19. That's the limit. I was startled just now. Sure enough, it's only level 19. What's there to fear? There are so many of us. Before he could finish speaking, he suddenly closed his mouth, unable to finish his sentence. Huge figures appeared one after another. There are at least 100. They are all level 19 monsters, as well as abyssal infected. Each monster is 3 meters tall and emits a dreadful aura. They headed toward the examinees. As they walked, the earth vibrated. Under the moonlight, the monsters look extremely ferocious. There are densely packed spikes on their tails. After they were infected by Abyss's power, the appearance of the Farron Beastman warriors has changed greatly. They have become even more dreadful, exuding overwhelming pressure. The examinees are only 18 years old, and have yet to experience a real battlefield. They have never seen so many scary monsters. Their knees went weak. They lost most of the courage they had moments ago. The color of Xia Shui's face turned ashen, and she unconsciously grabbed Lin Moyu's clothes. What do we do? Lin Moyu's gaze is solemn. Judging by the size, they aren't ordinary monsters. They are at least enhanced elite monsters. It's troublesome, but manageable. He rarely speaks this much. It's as if he's trying to reassure Xia Shui. But his words didn't put Xia Shui at ease, but rather made her even more afraid. If they are enhanced elite monsters, then aren't they the same as the monsters in the nightmare rank dungeon? Suddenly, a faint arc appeared at the corners of Lin Moyu's mouth. They were infected by Abyss's power and mutated. Will they give express? Lin Moyu thought of a possibility. If it's really the way he thinks it is, will these monsters be able to help him raise his level? The huge monsters didn't run, but pressed on slowly. It's as if they were playing with the examinees, not at all in a hurry to kill them. The abyssal demon's cold voice rose once more. Are you afraid? Are you terrified? These monsters have been strengthened by my power. They are now equivalent to enhanced elite monsters. Their number isn't large, just 100. According to God Bye, if you unite, you will be able to prevail. Let's see if it's really the case. Hey, you have over 100 people. There just so happens to be one monster for each of you. Individual fight or group fight, which will it be? Would you like to have a competition? Let's have 100 matches. The winner lives, while the loser dies. Ha 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 ha. The demonic voice gave another blow to the morale of the examinees. The monsters are approaching. The examinees, however, are retreating. The group was immediately divided in two. Wang Zihao also retreated, face ashen, legs trembling. The holy swordsman Feng Shu gripped his sword. Although his countenance doesn't look good, but he didn't take a step back. The same is true for Zhuo Mei. She gripped her dagger, ready to put her life at stake. There are many examinees who, like Feng Shu and Zhuo Mei, assumed a fighting stance. Lin Moyu glanced at them, and then moved forward. Click, clack, the skeletal warriors charged at the front, while Lin Moyu followed behind. Sha Shui looked anxious. What are you doing? Come back here. What are you planning to do? It's always like this. You never say anything. Sha Shui stamped her feet and followed after him. At this moment, Lin Moyu suddenly said with a low voice, go back. Sha Shui paused for a moment. I don't want to. Suit yourself. Lin Moyu didn't say anything anymore. If she wants to follow him, then so be it. Nothing will change anyway. Lin Moyu's sudden action caught the attention of many people. What is this guy trying to pull off? He's actually charging forward. There are so many skeletons. Are they his summons? Is this guy a summoner? Does anyone know him? Detection fell on Lin Moyu one after another. Lin Moyu, level 16, Necromancer. Necromancer, what class is that? I've never heard of it before. Who knows? I've never heard of this class, either. Is it perhaps a new class? What now? Do we go together with him? Only a dozen plus people rushed after Lin Moyu. Feng Shu and Zhuo Mei were among them. They resolved themselves to die. Even if you have to die in battle, you must die like a soldier. Shengxia people fear not combat nor death. The abyssal demon sneered, oh, finally someone has come to die. You're quite brave. That's worthy of praise. Your courage is admirable. I feel a bit reluctant to kill you. Why don't you defect to the abyss and become my servant? Chapter 54. There can't be such a class. 54 There can't be such a class. Lin Moyu ignored the words of the abyssal demon. When he was 50 meters away from the monsters, he suddenly stopped. Did you change your mind? The gate of the abyss is always open to you. The voice of the abyssal demon rang again. At this time, Lin Moyu's eyes revealed a faint cheerful shade. The maximum range of corpse explosion is 100 meters. A distance of 50 meters is both safe and adequate. Sha Shui stopped next to Lin Moyu. Aware that he must have a plane, she didn't ask questions. Why aren't you going further? Why did you stop? Feng Shu, Zhuo Mei, and the others rushed over, a puzzled look on their faces. This is good enough. Lin Moyu responded in a low voice, then pointed ahead with a finger. All of his skeletal warriors appeared at the same time. There is a total of 100 skeletal warriors, looking like an army. There's so many. He surprisingly has so many summons. This class seems to be really outstanding. After they came out into the open, the skeletal warriors rushed toward the Farron Beastman warriors like bolts of lightning. So fast. Zhuo Mei's eyes narrowed sharply. Her class is Rogue, which is known for its agility attribute. If she goes all out, she can break out with explosive speed. But at this moment, she realized that she is far from being a match for the skeletal warriors in terms of speed. Oh, that's quite a few summons. So you're an undead type summoner. If I take these bones back, I can give them to my watchdogs to eat. The skeletal warriors arrived in front of the Farron Beastman in the blink of an eye. Use your skill, Lin Moyu willed, and the blades in the hands of the skeletal warrior emitted dazzling red light. Dozen plus skeletal warriors used their skill and attacked a Farron Beastman respectively. Red lights fell, seriously injuring the Farron Beastman. The attack power of the skeletal warriors is exceedingly strong. The Farron Beastman warrior, who were infected by Abyss's power, have become extremely powerful. Despite being subjected to such a strong attack, they still hadn't died. At this time, their huge swords fell on the skeletal warriors. Lin Moyu can perceive that the skeletal warriors took damage. But the damage isn't severe. From the exchange, he roughly guessed the opponent's attributes. Strength should be around 3,000. The physique should have exceeded 3,500. The higher the physique, the better. After the skeletal warriors used their skill, their blades didn't stop, but continued to land on the Farron Beastman. The dozen plus skeletal warriors ignored the opponent's attacks and besieged a single Farron Beastman. A few seconds later, the Farron Beastman collapsed to the ground with a shriek. Killed level 19 Farron Beastman Warrior, EXP plus 8000. Sure enough, they give express. Lin Moyu found that his guess was correct. Although the amount of express he obtained is a little lacking, but it is better than nothing. Light appeared on his palm. Boom! The sudden explosion greatly startled everyone. Then they saw an incredible scene. The seemingly powerful Farron Beastman warriors fell like wheat to a scythe. Boom! Boom! Explosions rose one after explosion, each clearing more than 10 Farron Beastmen. After more than 10 earth-shaking explosions, the Farron Beastmen have been completely wiped out. Lin Moyu took a look at his express and found that there is still some to go before he can level up. He killed them all. No way. It's that easy. What skill is that? It's really powerful. The amount of damage corpse explosion causes is based on the corpse's health. The higher the health of a corpse, the more power corpse explosion can unleash. Therefore, so long as the first corpse is created, enemies of the same kind have no choice but welcome death. Everyone was struck dumb. Then, they trembled with excitement. We're saved, we're saved. This brother is really strong. Necromancer, this class is really amazing. I'm sure this brother can become a godly powerhouse in the future. Wang Zihao cried out, how is he this strong? His class is really formidable. Why wasn't I the one who awakened this class? That's unfair. His words went unnoticed. Everyone is still in a state of shock, unable to come back to their senses for the time being. This scene is too surreal to be believed. What happened exceeded everyone's understanding. Not only the examinees, but even the abyssal demon couldn't believe it. The voice of the abyssal demon rang out again, impossible, this is impossible. Now you've done it. I'm going to kill you, I'm going to eat your flesh. Amidst screams, the crimson moonlight erupted into brilliant radiance. Another batch of monsters appeared around. This time, the monsters scattered and rushed toward the class users. Their target is the class users. The class users immediately panicked and began to flee. Fortunately, the battle space is large enough, providing them sufficient maneuvering space. Let's see what you do now. You're all going to die. You're going to die. The voice of the abyssal demon has become much weaker than before. The amount of abyss's power that was able to enter battle space is limited. As such, the more it is used, the less there will be. Lin Moyu looked up at the blood moon. There is a dark shadow on the blood moon. So that's where you were. Lin Moyu calculated the distance, about 200 meters. At the same time, he issued orders in his heart. Several skeletons suddenly lifted the corpse of a Farron Beastman and threw it toward the blood moon. Next, a skeletal warrior hugged Lin Moyu, and then another skeletal warrior threw the both of them into the air. The corpse of the Farron Beastman flew toward the blood moon like an arrow, followed closely by Lin Moyu. You, what are you trying to do? You're crazy. The abyssal demon suddenly panicked, and his voice began to quiver. Lin Moyu didn't speak, he just stared coldly, a murderous intent in his eyes. When the corpse of the Farron Beastman got near to the dark shadow on the blood moon, Lin Moyu detonated it. A loud blare rose. The abyssal demon let out a scream. The dark shadow was hit by the explosion, but it didn't perish. I'm going to kill you. The voice became extremely weak, screaming like crazy. He's not dead yet. Light emerged from Lin Moyu's palm once more. Soul Blaze. This skill ignores defense and deals damage directly to the soul. A flame appeared on the dark shadow, and the dark shadow let out another scream. What is this skill? How come it can burn the soul? What the hell is your class? There can't be such a class. There can't. Lin Moyu didn't say a word. When he started falling, he promptly added another soul blaze. The dark shadow continued to scream, having become extremely weak. Chapter 55. Skill levels up, I shall remember you. 55 skill levels up, I shall remember you. Shajing City, outside the main body of the Tower of Trials. Meng Anwen is the person in charge of the Tower of Trials. At this time, he is working hard to repair the laws of the battle space. Several people looked at the Tower of Trials, a worried shade on their faces. The more time passes, the more dangerous it is for the examinees located in the battle space. Suddenly, Meng Anwen let out a sound of surprise. Bai Yiyuan asked in a deep voice, "What's the matter?" Meng Anwen said, "The interference of the abyss's power has weakened greatly." Bai Yiyuan's expression suddenly became unsightly. Does that mean that the examinees inside are dead? Meng Anwen carefully sensed the Tower of Trials. No, I can sense a lot of auras of life inside, and these auras belong to humans. The consciousness of the abyssal demon has become weak. He has been injured. A sliver of consciousness of the abyssal demon entered the battle space, then used Abyss's power to disrupt the laws of the battle space. It effectively sealed off the battle space. Under these circumstances, is there anyone who can harm him? The examinees, who are only level 15 or level 16. Bai Yiyuan doesn't believe this to be possible. In his view, if the examinees make good use of the battle space, whose scope is very large, they may be able to last for an hour, until he and the others rescue them. As for them killing the other party, that is impossible. Even though the other party is just a sliver of consciousness, it is still impossible. In the battle space, the number of Farron beastmen abandoned their targets and instead began to charge toward Lin Moyu. The dark shadow on the blood moon bellowed. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to eat your flesh and drink your blood. At this time, he regards Lin Moyu as a thorn in his side. He forgot all about today's mission and lost his reasoning, and just wants to kill Lin Moyu. A large number of Farron beastmen, infected by Abyss's power, charged toward Lin Moyu. The skeletal warriors quickly formed a front to block them. The 4 attributes of the skeletal warriors have reached 5,000 points, putting them far above of others of the same level. Even though the Farron beastmen have been infected by Abyss's power and have become enhanced elite monsters, but they still can't compare to the skeletal warriors in terms of attributes. Moreover, Lin Moyu commanded a dozen-plus skeletal warriors to focus on a single target. In just a few seconds, a Farron beastman warrior was killed. Boom! An explosion echoed. Corpse explosion can be considered a godly skill. Lin Moyu has been using it time and time again. Suddenly, Lin Moyu noticed a change in the skill. Corpse explosion level 2. Detonate a corpse and deal 15% of the corpse's health as damage to enemies within a radius of 2 meters. After acquiring the skill corpse explosion, it has remained unchanged until now. But at this moment, it surprisingly leveled up. The range has increased from 1 to 2 meters and the damage has increased from 10% to 15% of health. The change seems small, but when coupled with the talent comprehensive amplification, it deals 300% of a corpse's health as damage within a radius of 40 meters. Although its level has risen by just 1 level, but the skill has been overturned. It seems that the level of the skill will rise as proficiency increases. Apart from the talents and skills obtained during class awakening, do all the other skills need to be upgraded in this manner? This is very similar to livelihood class skills and support class skills. Booming sounds rose successively. After its range expanded, corpse explosion has become more useful. In the blink of an eye, there were no more Farron beastmen standing beside Lin Moyu. The dark shadow on the blood moon made no sound. A smile sprouted on Lin Moyu's mouth. Light shone. Faint white light enveloped his entire body. He leveled up. Lin Moyu's level up has attracted the attention of many people. They only now realize that killing these monsters infected by Abyss's power provided express. He actually used these monsters to level grind. That is to say, he has the ability to go solo in nightmare rank dungeons. This guy is incredible. Lin Moyu, which province is he from? Fortunately we have him, or else we would be screwed. Many people spoke in hushed voices. A lot of people looked at Lin Moyu with admiration in their eyes. Lin Moyu looked up and saw that the blood moon and the dark shadow are still there. It seems that he can't leave. His thoughts revolved, and 5 corpses of Farron beastmen were thrown into the air. Immediately after, a skeletal warrior hugged Lin Moyu and jumped up. The dark figure on the blood moon seems to have realized that a great calamity is about to befall it. Surprisingly, it didn't shout, but instead issued eerie laughter. Your name is Lin Moyu. I shall remember you. When you come to the abyss, I will give you an adequate reception. Lin Moyu didn't speak, but smiled faintly. The corpses reached the blood moon. Corpse explosion. Amidst violent explosions, the dark shadow emitted a final scream before being blown apart. The blood moon shattered like a mirror and dissipated in the air. The battle space returned to normal. Outside the Tower of Trials, Meng Anwen once again revealed a look of surprise. The sliver of consciousness of the abyssal demon was wiped out. The battle space has returned to normal. The kids are unharmed. There are no casualties. Bai Yiyuan showed a look of disbelief on his face. Things developed in a direction he hadn't expected. At his realm, there aren't many things that can surprise him anymore. Can we check what happened? Bai Yiyuan wants to know what exactly happened in the battle space. Meng Anwen replied, we can. Bai Yiyuan said in an even deeper voice, There's no rush. Let's send the kids back first, just in case. Okay. Inside the battle space, the blood moon dissipated, and the earth returned to normal. Xia Shui asked in a low voice, "Dummy Lin, are you okay?" At this moment, her heart is still beating fast, her face slightly pale. This incident was too scary. If it weren't for Lin Moyu, she probably would have died already. Lin Moyu nodded, "I'm fine." This was enough to reassure Xia Shui. At this moment, the examinees in the battle space are still in a state of shock. Moments ago, the Farron beastmen chased after them, while they ran helter-skelter. They basically weren't able to fight back. Fortunately, Lin Moyu was around. God Bai's voice rang out again. "Everyone, the abyss's power is gone. The battle space has returned to normal. In a moment, you will be sent back to your original examination site. The results will be announced shortly after." Chapter 56. No Suspense, Provincial Top Scorer. 56 No Suspense, Provincial Top Scorer. Lin Moyu appeared at the entrance of the Tower of Trials. Xia Shui, Zhuo Mei, Wang Zihao, and Feng Shu appeared alongside him. The entrance to the Tower of Trials is already closed. The combat-type grade examination has concluded. Examinees, please take a rest and wait for the final results to come out. The examiner's voice rang out. No one left. Every year, shortly after the grade examination is concluded, the final results will be announced. The examinees waited eagerly. For the combat-type class users, their results consist of two parts, namely points and evaluation. Some top academies not only have requirements for class, level, and points, but also have requirements for evaluation. The higher the ranking of the academy, the higher its requirements. The requirements for combat-type class users at Shajing Academy are basically level 15 and 10,000 points. And evaluation must be excellent. Some of the remaining top 20 academies are relatively lax when it comes to level and points, but evaluation needs to be excellent. If you want to enter a top academy, evaluation is very important. If your goal is only an ordinary academy, then evaluation is not so important. Merely points reaching the threshold is enough. Examinees who haven't entered the battle space will be evaluated by provincial examiners. Examinees who have entered the battle space will be evaluated by senior figures of Shengxia Empire. For Shengxia Empire, examinees who can enter the battle space are geniuses and require further attention. Shajing City, Meng Anwen, Bai Yiyuan, and several other top powerhouses of Shengxia Emperor checked what happened in the battle space. They were able to see the performance of Lin Moyu and the other examinees who entered the battle space. This year is a bit special. Due to the invasion of Abyss's power, the battle space underwent a huge upheaval. As such, they paid even closer attention. At this time, Lin Moyu entered their sight. It turns out that he was the one who turned the tides. Remarkable. Necromancer, I have heard of this class. It is a brand new class that emerged from Zhongning Province's Shihai City's No. 1 high school. That's right, I was going to pay special attention to him during the grade examination, but I never expected him to be this powerful. Not only is his class powerful, but he must have awakened a talent, and his talent is also very powerful. This kid's class has completely surpassed that of his peers. And besides, his character is also pretty good. Calm and decisive, and has a powerful class, this kid has the conditions to become a top powerhouse. Words of praise flew out of their mouths one after another, all aiming at Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu's performance was too eye-catching. While they worried about casualties, it was Lin Moyu who turned the tides. He completely overturned the plan of the Abyss. Compared to Lin Moyu, the others were lackluster. In fact, there wasn't anything of note. As for the dozen-plus people who took a stand together with Lin Moyu, it can be said that they displayed commendable courage. This year's evaluation is a bit difficult. What's so difficult about it? Those who escaped are all cowards. When they go to the battlefield in the future, such people are bound to become deserters. They can't be counted on. You can't say that. After all, they're just teenagers. Lin Moyu is definitely excellent. As for the others, let's discuss it together. These top powerhouses determined the future of many examinees. If it had been before, these examinees would have been regarded as paragons. While the provincial top scorers would all be regarded as top paragons. But due to Lin Moyu's presence, the performance of these people has become lackluster. If you compare your lot to others, you will only torture yourself. Lin Moyu is like a dazzling star, completely overshadowing the existence of the others. After a while, the final results were announced at last. A huge light curtain flickered in the air. No. 1. Lin Moyu, points, 34,605, evaluation, excellent. Lin Moyu's name is prominently at the very top. Murmur. There was an uproar. Lu Yun jumped up, his old face contorted with extreme excitement and agitation. No. 1. The top scorer. Lu Yun's fingers trembled. His student received the title of Jiangning Province's provincial top scorer. For Lu Yun, it is a great honor. Congratulations, Old Lu. Old Lu, you really hit the jackpot this time. This is enough for you to boast for an entire decade. More like 2 decades. First there was Su Qingxing, then last year there was Lin Mohan, and this year a provincial top scorer actually appeared. Shihai No. 1 High School will be famous. Sha Shui smiled and congratulated Lin Moyu. Dummy Lin, you really got the position of provincial top scorer. At this moment, Sha Shui uncharacteristically didn't have a defiant look in her eyes, nor did she try to compete with Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu smiled slightly, thank you. At the beginning of the 5th round of the examination, Lin Moyu already knew that he would be the provincial top scorer. The outcome was indeed as expected. But when the results were announced, he still felt a little excited. Sha Shui looked at Lin Moyu in amazement, you actually know how to smile. You look good when you smile. Why don't you usually smile? She looks like she has discovered a new continent. The 2nd place has also come out. No. 2. Sha Shui, points, 7,600, evaluation, excellent. With Lin Moyu ahead, Sha Shui's performance didn't cause much of a sensation. Sha Shui's evaluation was also excellent. Lu Yun once again felt excited. The other principals cast him envious glances. Not only is the top scorer Lu Yun's, but even the 2nd place is also his. This is really enviable. Number 3, Feng Shu, points, 6,700, evaluation, excellent. No. 4, Zhuo Mei, points, 6,325, evaluation, excellent. No. 5, Wang Zihao, points, 6,300, evaluation, failed. Wang Zihao's complexion changed dramatically. His evaluation was unexpectedly failed. With this evaluation, Shajing Academy is out of his reach. Not to mention Shajing Academy, none of the top 20 academies of Shengxia Empire would want him. Why is my evaluation failed? This is unfair. You are being unfair. Wang Zihao finally couldn't help but roar angrily. Suddenly, a light fell on Wang Zihao, and he disappeared in an instant. Wang Zihao violated the rules of the examination and thus has been expelled. Chapter 57. Imperial Top Scorer, Goodbye at the Door. 57 Imperial Top Scorer, Goodbye at the Door. With a failed evaluation, the possibility of Wang Zihao going to a top 20 academy has been severed. And now he has been expelled. Not to mention a top 20 academy, even the top 100 academies won't want him anymore. Even with his family's connections, even with the weight of Dynasty Guild, it is impossible to rival these academies. Wang Zihao's future can well be imagined. The best case scenario is him going to an ordinary academy. The results were announced one by one. Besides Lin Moyu and Sha Shui, the overall performance of Shihai No. 1 High School was fairly good. Gao Yang is ranked 61st, which isn't half bad. The others were slightly worse. However, they can also be admitted into academies. After the results were announced, the examiner's voice rang out again. For combat-type classes, this year's provincial top scorer of Jiangning Province is Lin Moyu. The examiner solemnly announced that Lin Moyu is this time's provincial top scorer, causing another sensation. Then came thunderous applause. Everyone congratulated Lin Moyu. It is not easy to become the provincial top scorer. Moreover, Lin Moyu took 1st place with crushing momentum. If the points of the other 4 people who entered the battle space together with him are added up, they still can't compare to him. The lead is too obvious. Amidst the applause, the examiner's voice rang out again. The Empire has issued a declaration. This year's imperial top scorer is Lin Moyu. Murmur. Lu Yun jumped up again, and a mass of fire burst out on his head. He was so excited that his head caught fire. Imperial top scorer. Moyu is the imperial top scorer. Is this true? I didn't hear wrong, did I? For a moment, Lu Yun couldn't even speak coherently. He couldn't believe his ears. Old Lu, are you okay? Don't get too excited. Pace yourself. It's true. Lin Moyu is really the imperial top scorer. You didn't hear wrong. Now you can boast for the rest of your life. The name of your school can be changed to Top Scorer High School. Imperial Top Scorer, you picked up such a treasure. They were both envious and jealous. The fire on Lu Yun's head remained burning for a long time. Just like his mood, it surged wildly. Outside the Tower of Trials, applause sounded like thunder. Imperial Top Scorer, Jiangning Province has produced an Imperial Top Scorer. Oh my god, how many years has it been since Jiangning Province has produced an Imperial Top Scorer? Lin Moyu is really amazing. He was actually able to become the Imperial Top Scorer. Lin Moyu still remained calm and collected. When he became the provincial top scorer, he realized that he might also become the imperial top scorer. And he was right. Xia Shui uttered in surprise, "You have become the imperial top scorer. Why aren't you happy?" "I am happy," Lin Moyu said lightly. Xia Shui curled her lips, "Then why aren't you smiling?" Lin Moyu remained calm. "I am smiling, inside. A fool is a fool." Xia Shui snorted. "Nevertheless, congratulations, top scorer Lin." Zhuo Mei and Feng Shu walked over together. "Congratulations, Lin Moyu." Zhuo Mei's stature is a little short, and her voice is slightly cold. Her temperament is in line with her class. Feng Shu extended his hand. "Thank you. If it weren't for you, we would have been in big trouble." Zhuo Mei also expressed her thanks. Lin Moyu shook hands with him. "You're welcome." Feng Shu asked, "You're going to Shajing Academy, aren't you?" Lin Moyu nodded. "All right, I'll see you at Shajing Academy. I'll treat you to a meal later." Lin Moyu responded lightly. Lin Moyu is really cold, even colder than Zhuo Mei, and the atmosphere suddenly became awkward. Xia Shui promptly said with a smile, "This guy doesn't like to talk. I've been his classmate for 3 years, yet we haven't even exchanged 10 sentences." Lin Moyu shook his head. "It's been 16 sentences. PFF'd. Feng Shu and Zhuo Mei couldn't help but laugh. Apart from his dislike for talking, Lin Moyu seems quite the interesting character. The great examination concluded, and the examinees were teleported back to their respective schools. Lu Yun didn't return with the rest. The great examination for the support-type classes is still ongoing, and so he still needs to stay here. Lin Moyu returned home and took a rest. Academy registration can be done tomorrow. His goal is Shajing Academy. As the imperial top scorer, he is guaranteed to be admitted. If even he can't be admitted, then others don't stand a chance. He quietly summoned 4 skeletal warriors, and then placed them into the summon space. The number of skeletal warriors in the summon space has reached 104. Previously in the battle space, while fighting the Farron Beastman warriors, the skeletal warriors suffered varying degrees of damage. In the summon space, they quickly recovered. Knock knock knock. The knocking pulled Lin Moyu out of his meditative state. The fire on Lu Yun's head has finally extinguished. But the excitement on his face hasn't subsided yet. This old man, who is in his 60s, has never been this excited before. "Principal Lu, what can I do for you?" At this moment, it is already late into the night. In the dead of night, Lu Yun suddenly came over. Something must have happened. Lu Yun didn't come alone, but is accompanied by someone Lin Moyu doesn't recognize. When Lin Moyu saw this person, his hair stood on end. This visitor has a terrifying aura, making it difficult for him to breathe. He feels as if he will suffocate in the next moment. Lin Moyu didn't sit and await his fate. In an instant, skeletal warriors appeared in front of him, protecting him. Nice reaction. Lin Moyu can't see the other party's appearance clearly, but recognizes the voice. His stretched taut nerves immediately relaxed. Lin Moyu bowed respectfully. "Greetings, God Bai." Bai Yiyuan withdrew his aura, then emerged from the darkness. "How did you know it's me?" Lin Moyu put away the skeletal warriors. "I recognized your voice." He. Bai Yiyuan laughed out, satisfied with Lin Moyu's answer. When he checked what happened in the battle space, he had seen Lin Moyu's performance. Now that he is face to face with Lin Moyu, Bai Yiyuan is even more satisfied with him. Lin Moyu is calm and composed. And his reaction was instinctive. Bai Yiyuan gave him full marks. Very good, very good. I've come to talk to you about Shajing Academy. Chapter 58. Top Scorer Rewards, Invitation to Participate in a Trial. 58 Top Scorer Rewards, Invitation to Participate in a Trial. God Bai unexpectedly came to visit him in person. Lin Moyu poured water for the two. It was plain boiled water. Lu Yun explained, "Sir, please don't mind it. Moyu's sister went to Shajing Academy last year, and so he is living by himself. Bai Yiyuan swept the room with his eyes. The furnishings in the room are very simple. And there are many places that look shabby. Judging from this, it can be surmised that he isn't affluent. It can even be said that he is poor. It is very rare for a genius like Lin Moyu to come from such a background. God Bai asked with a smile. Lin Moyu's sister is also at Shajing Academy. Lu Yun promptly responded, his sister is Lin Mohan, and she was admitted into Shajing Academy last year. With his sublime status, Bai Yiyuan unsurprisingly doesn't know Lin Mohan. But now he has engraved Lin Mohan's name in his mind. If there is an opportunity, he can meet her. Both siblings were admitted into Shajing Academy. That's truly commendable. Bai Yiyuan praised and looked at Lin Moyu. Before coming here, he listened to Lu Yun's introduction of Lin Moyu. He already knows that Lin Moyu speaks very little. That he is taciturn, it really seems to be the case. Perhaps it is this personality trait that allows him to display a calmness that exceeds that of his peers. Can you show me your summon? If it's a request from Bai Yiyuan, Lin Moyu naturally wouldn't refuse it. A skeletal warrior silently appeared in the room. Bai Yiyuan glanced at it and said strangely, its 4 attributes have reached 250 points. It seems mediocre. Then how did it display such impressive combat power in the battle space? At Bai Yiyuan's realm, there is no longer a need to deliberately use detection. Many of the skills have already been integrated into his bones. Upon hearing Bai Yiyuan's words, Lin Moyu suddenly understood something. And that is, others can't see the boost provided by his talent. What others can see is only the basic attributes of the skeletal warriors. While the skeletal warriors ultimately display the attributes boosted by his talent. Bai Yiyuan carried on, asking, what talent have you awakened? Lu Yun has a surprised look on his face. Moyu, have you really awakened a talent? Lin Moyu replied softly, my talent is amplification of skills. Bai Yiyuan showed a knowing expression, I could surmise as much from your performance in the battle space. Bai Yiyuan didn't continue to probe, but instead changed the topic. There are 2 reasons why I have come here. The first is to give you your rewards. You were supposed to receive them after coming to the academy. But since I was going to come to you, I brought them along. The second is to take you to the academy. There will be a trial the day after tomorrow, and I hope you will participate in it. Bai Yiyuan went straight to the point and explained his intentions. Lin Moyu asked, what is the trial? Bai Yiyuan said, it's a trial of Shajing Academy, and only internal members of the academy can participate. As for the specifics, only after you agree to participate, only then can you be told. Lin Moyu felt strange. Firstly, from the other party's words, Lin Moyu concluded that it is not mandatory to participate in this trial. The decision whether to participate or not rests with him. Next, is the participants of the trial. The participants are internal members of Shajing Academy. He knows very little about Shajing Academy, and does not know what the term internal members really entails. In addition, keeping the specifics confidential indicates it is no run-of-the-mill trial. Lin Moyu ruminated God Bai's words. Caution is a state that must be maintained at all times. Regardless of anything, be cautious at all times and analyze the situation calmly. Bai Yiyuan smiled with satisfaction, you're pretty cautious, that's good. I can't disclose too much about the trial's contents. But what I can tell you is that it is a rare opportunity. Originally, you weren't eligible to participate in it. But I personally have given you this opportunity. After listening to God Bai's words, Lin Moyu promptly made a decision, I'll participate. Since Bai Yiyuan has gone this far, if he still didn't agree to participate, it would be equivalent to not giving Bai Yiyuan face. Lin Moyu is no fool, he wouldn't do such an offensive thing. Since that's the case, then let me give you the rewards first. As the Imperial top scorer, you are entitled to a number of rewards. Bai Yiyuan's hand shone, and several things appeared. Lin Moyu's eyes shrank. He recognizes one of the things, which is a skill scroll. The first reward is 100,000 points. It is a reward you get for becoming the Imperial top scorer, and it doesn't clash with the points you obtained during the Great Examination. Lin Moyu obtained 34,605 points in the Great Examination, and then was rewarded with an additional 100,000 points for becoming the Imperial top scorer. In total, he gained more than 130,000 points. This amount of points is already quite large. Many older students of Shajing Academy might not have that many points. Bai Yiyuan handed a card to Lin Moyu and said, "Your points are all in here. You should have heard that points are more useful than gold coins in Shajing Academy. It is indeed the case. You will understand this when you arrive at Shajing Academy. The second reward is also related to the position of Imperial Top Scorer. It is an elementary skill scroll and an intermediate skill scroll. The third reward is an additional reward based on your performance in the battle space. It is the qualification to enter Shengxia Tower once. As for the specific information regarding Shengxia Tower, you will naturally learn it when you arrive at Shajing Academy, so I will save my breath. However, I can tell you that the chance to enter Shengxia Tower is very valuable, especially for the first time. But before you enter the tower, you need to make sufficient preparations. Since Bai Yiyuan keeps mentioning Shengxia Tower, it naturally must be very important." I understand. Chapter 59. Shajing Academy has a different atmosphere. 59 Shajing Academy has a different atmosphere. Lin Moyu briefly packed his things. Next, a charm flew out and transformed into a teleportation formation. Lin Moyu and Bai Yiyuan stepped into the teleportation formation, and then disappeared within the brilliant light. The last bit of light disappeared, and the house was once again shrouded in darkness. Lu Yun sighed and left quietly, closing the door. This late at night, the street outside is very quiet. No one would have imagined that this seemingly dilapidated house has produced two talents who were admitted into Shajing Academy 2 years in a row respectively. And one of them has become the Imperial Top Scorer. Lu Yun's eyes filled with hope, looking in the direction of Shajing City. "You got this, kid." Words full of kindness and hope rose in the air. Lin Moyu felt that the teleportation takes a long time, unlike this morning with the teleportation stone, which felt instantaneous. Shengxia Empire has a vast surface area. In fact, it is one of the great powers of the human race. Shajing Academy is located thousands of kilometers away from Shihai City. Even when it comes to teleportation, it will take some time. Broken streams of light flashed past the eyes. You can see countless magical images. It's all fragmented, dazzling, and bizarre. Lin Moyu is feeling lightheaded, feeling that time and space are in disorder at this moment. It feels very uncomfortable. However, he didn't show any reaction. Merely, his countenance turned slightly pale. After more than 10 seconds, his feet were planted on the ground once again. At this time, all discomfort disappeared without a trace. That's pretty good endurance. Lin Moyu rose in Bai Yiyuan's estimation a bit. There is a qualitative difference between Shajing City and Shihai City. As the capital of Shengxia Empire, Shajing City is still brightly lit even late at night. Moonlight has become a supporting character. Shajing Academy. A massive gate that is tens of meters tall and more than 100 meters wide entered the view. Magnificent, exquisite, sturdy, powerful. These are the first things Lin Moyu felt. In an instant, he felt his own insignificance. A mere gate possesses such a captivating aura. This maid shocked him quite a bit. Lin Moyu even felt a sense of danger, deadly danger, from it. Bai Yiyuan said, "This gate is both a gate and a weapon. Even if it's a top powerhouse, if they try to break in, they will have to pay a price." He patted Lin Moyu on the shoulder, "Let's go." As they approached, Lin Moyu felt an aura fall on him. It's a bit like detection, but not exactly the same. His identity was verified, and the gate opened silently. At Shajing Academy, the night is not as quiet as he imagined. Walking on the academy grounds, Lin Moyu can sense energy fluctuations rise one after another. The energy fluctuations come from various places in the academy. This is the students practicing their skills. Bai Yiyuan explained casually. He may appear dignified, but he has great patience with Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu asked, "Skills need practice?" Bai Yiyuan explained, "In addition to the innate class skills, there are some special skills. Most skills need to be upgraded through practice." This answer conforms with Lin Moyu's guess. Skills require continuous practice and use to become powerful. Lin Moyu raised another question, "Is it enough to just use the skills more?" Bai Yiyuan smiled, "It's hard to say. Every skill is different, and for some skills, practice is useless. You will learn this and much more once you truly join the academy. The teachers will impart you detailed information. Skill knowledge is a complete and systematic discipline that can't be explained clearly in just a few words." Lin Moyu understands this point. After Bai Yiyuan has spoken things clearly, he didn't continue to query. The energy fluctuations surged ceaselessly, wave after wave. Occasionally, lights illuminated the night sky. They're working hard, Lin Moyu thought to herself. With just this, Shajing Academy left a deep impression on Lin Moyu. The students here are very hardworking. In the dead of night, they are still practicing their skills. Thinking of his skill, it doesn't appear to be convenient to practice it. Shajing Academy is surprisingly large. After walking for a while, the two finally reached their destination. This is the residential area. You will be staying here today. Someone will talk to you about the specifics. Keep this in mind, at Shajing Academy, most things can be traded. However, it should be done on a voluntary basis. Coercion is not permitted. A young man was already waiting and quickly ran over after seeing Bai Yiyuan. Greetings, God Bai. The young man saluted Bai Yiyuan respectfully. God Bai holds a high position in Shengxia Empire, and is respected by countless people. Even though Lin Moyu hasn't conveyed this in words, but he also respects Bai Yiyuan. Bai Yiyuan nodded, I'll leave him to you. See you later. Have a good rest. Someone will come for you tomorrow. Bai Yiyuan is very busy. He can't do everything himself. For him to personally pick up Lin Moyu, this is a great honor. Only a few people in the entire Shengxia Empire can enjoy such treatment. Lin Moyu's expression is placid, and his tone is equally placid, okay. Lin Moyu replied with a single word. Bai Yiyuan didn't say anything. The young man, however, was startled. No one would dare to speak to Bai Yiyuan so indifferently. The young man has never witnessed such a thing before. Unexpectedly, Bai Yiyuan just nodded, and then turned around and left. He disappeared into the darkness in a blink of an eye. Since Lin Moyu was brought by Bai Yiyuan, the young man didn't dare to slight him. The young man asked politely, You are Lin Moyu, right? Lin Moyu nodded, yes. His tone remains placid. The young man felt a bit uncomfortable, thinking that Lin Moyu is too frigid. But he didn't dare not say anything regarding this. Where do you want to stay? We have multiple options. Shajing Academy has a vast residential area. There are multiple options available. 4-person room, double room, and single room. Villa. Villa with a training ground. Different accommodations have different prices. Chapter 60. Points have to be spent at crucial times. 60 points have to be spent at crucial times. Lin Moyu finally understood the principle that points are more useful than coins. 4-person room is the cheapest, costing 500 points per month. Double room costs 1000 points per month. Single room costs 2000 points per month. As for villas, they cost more than 10,000 points. If you don't have points, you can also pay in gold coins. You will have to add 2 more zeros to the costs. 4-person room costs 50,000 gold coins per month, while single room costs 200,000 gold coins. It is indeed not cheap. Lin Moyu only has a few hundred gold coins on him at the moment. Points can be exchanged into gold coins at a ratio 1:100. But gold coins can't be exchanged into points. Bai Yiyuan stated that in Shajing Academy, most things can be traded. However, trading gold coins for points is not permitted. If you are discovered doing this, severe punishment will be meted out. In addition, there are many resources that can only be purchased with points. In this way, points have become the most important hard currency in an academy. Wherever gold coins can be used, points will never be used. If points can be saved, they will be saved. Thanks to the young man's detailed explanation, Lin Moyu learned a lot. His name is Zhang Dao, and he was admitted into Shajing Academy 2 years ago. He is currently working as an administrator in the residential area, responsible for handling small matters to earn points. From his words, it can be inferred that it's not easy to earn points. Probably due to Lin Moyu's relationship with Bai Yiyuan, Zhang Dao is particularly polite to him. Junior Lin, I know you just passed the great examination and should have a lot of points. But I still have to advise you. If you can save points, then do so. There are many places where you will have to use points in the future. Lin Moyu roughly understands he should save points. However, he has too few gold coins. He doesn't want to stay with anyone. I want a single room. Zhang Dao looked at Lin Moyu, are you sure? Lin Moyu nodded. Zhang Dao sighed, that's quite extravagant. However, when you realize how difficult it is to earn points, you'll regret it. He sighed. It looks like he has spoken from experience. Zhang Dao took Lin Moyu to building number 8 of the residential area, then headed straight for the second floor. Building number 8 is a single-room dorm. Except for rooms 206, 208, 209, which are already occupied, the rest are empty. You can choose the one you like. Lin Moyu looked and pointed to the nearest room. This one will do. That's room 201. Give me your ID card, so I can make the registration. The ID card is non-transferable. Even if it is lost, others won't be able to use it. Zhang Dao gripped a device and swiped the ID card, and then Lin Moyu made the fingerprint verification. Following a beep, points were deducted from the ID card. Zhang Dao's eyes suddenly widened, and he let out a strange cry. How come you have so many points? The device displayed the balance of Lin Moyu's points. After 1,000 points were deducted, there were still 133,605 points left. More than 130,000 points, this startled Zhang Dao. Lin Moyu said, "It's the reward I received." Zhang Dao looked at Lin Moyu as if he were some god of wealth. No wonder you want to live in a single-room dorm. It turns out you have this many points. Ever since I entered the academy, I have earned less than 10,000 points in total. It's not even a fraction of what you have. You're really rich. All right, from now on, room 201 of building number 8 will be your room. Without your permission, no one can come in. Have a good rest. If you need anything, come to me. Lin Moyu nodded, then suddenly asked, "Senior, have you ever heard of Lin Mohan?" Zhang Dao pondered for a moment, then shook his head. "I haven't." "Your name is Lin Moyu. Lin Mohan is your relative, right? There are too many people in Shajing Academy, so it's not surprising I haven't heard about your relative. You can go to the Office of Academic Affairs and ask there." Zhang Dao prattled on. Before leaving, he said abruptly, "By the way, you should buy a communicator tomorrow. It will be quite inconvenient without it." After the door was closed, his ears were finally at peace. The single room isn't large. It has a simple layout, and is clean. Lin Moyu sat on the bed and began to meditate, restoring his spirit force. The next morning, someone knocked on his door. Lin Moyu opened the door, and a shade of surprise appeared in his eyes. Ning Yi, whom he hadn't seen for a while, is standing in front of his door. "What's the matter? You don't recognize me?" Lin Moyu smiled slightly. "I do." Ning Yi chuckled. "Let's go eat breakfast. Afterward, I'll take you on a tour of Shajing Academy. There is a cafeteria next to the residential area. Early in the morning, many people come here to eat breakfast." Ning Yi quickly picked up a bunch of food. It's a considerable amount. Ning Yi's appetite is as healthy as ever. When she was about to pay, Lin Moyu took out his ID card. "It's my treat." Ning Yi chuckled and didn't object. Along with a sound, 5 points were deducted. Ning Yi was startled. "Why did you pay with points? You can pay with gold coins here. If you can use gold coins, you should never use points." Lin Moyu said lightly, "I don't have gold coins." Ning Yi slapped her head. "If you don't have gold coins, then say it. I have plenty of gold coins. Don't waste your points. After all, they are difficult to earn." Lin Moyu smiled. "It's okay." Ning Yi uttered, "Thankfully, it's just 5 points. Anyway, keep this in mind, never use points where gold coins can be used. Points have to be spent at crucial times. When there is time, Lin Moyu will go to the trade office and sell all the materials and weapons he recently obtained. He should be able to get some gold coins." Thinking till here, a gem appeared in Lin Moyu's palm.